Hello everyone and welcome to this evening's episode of Critical Role. So, before we kick things off, we're going to do the videos in just a moment to intro as we're waiting on a member to arrive. But before we get started tonight, we have a couple of special giveaways, giving on the subscriber counts we can get. First off, if we hit 3,500 subscribers tonight, we're going to be giving away a player's handbook signed by the cast of Critical Role, a dice box, and, well, one of these fantastically reconstructed horns of Orcus, torn recently from the forehead of the mad beholder Kavarn. We actually have two of these available tonight as part of the giveaways. The first one will be at 3,500, the next at 3,550 with the same package. The player's handbook signed by everybody, the dice box, and one of these horn props. Which were made for us by the incredible Commissar Props. This is Kai Norman. Kai, you want to come in and say hello to everyone?
Yeah, sure.
Show off your
Thank
good
you.
work here.
Hey guys. So I guess I should tell you a little bit about how these are built. They're resin. So they're cast resin. They got a little bit of kind of rigid foam at the back, so they got a nice kind of bone marrow look. And they're all hand painted by me. And hopefully you guys will have a bit of fun with
awesome.
Yes. Good
Yes.
stuff.
Yeah, you should totally go follow him. And Commissar Props is kind of hard, so I printed this out for you guys. Follow him on Instagram and on Facebook. That's where you see the most about this guy.
Yep.
And yeah, go check it out. It's good. It's
Yeah,
good for the giveaway.
Yeah, he's a talented guy. He's providing these for us to give away tonight, totally on his own, and he's also going to be helping us with future possible prop stuff for the game as it progresses. So
Yeah, we are.
You definitely want to go follow him.
Yeah.
I actually tweeted a picture from your Instagram account.
Oh, okay.
So for
Thank
those
you.
of you who are like following me, you can like, there's a direct link to his Instagram account. Or yeah, just search this on Facebook or Instagram.
indeed,
Do it.
yes.
Do it now.
So we have those at 3,500 and 3,550. If we get this 3,600 tonight, you'll get the T-shirt signed, a dice box, a starter kit, and we'll stay after and play some more Just Dance. Because yeah, be great. Also want to give a big shout out to, I guess we might have a bunch of new folks from Imager today. We found out we had someone put up a really cool post about us on Imager, and
Hi,
a lot of
Imager.
people saw it. So those who came through that, hello, welcome. We're gonna sit in and watch a bunch of us silly folk play Dungeons and Dragons, so it should be fun, hopefully. Welcome. In the meantime, we're gonna roll the videos. We'll get some history on some of the characters, and we'll be back here in a few minutes.
We'll
So
be back.
sit tight,
Go
mate.
follow, and then we'll pull winners.
Welcome back, guys. We have some interesting aspects of playing tonight. Orion and Kyle will be here shortly. He's currently stuck in traffic. Unfortunately, we will not have a Sam Regal tonight due to his schedule. Laura Bailey and Travis Willingham, our loving Grog and Vex, are out of town in Florida, but are Skyping in via modern technology.
Technology, what's it
all
all
gonna-
about?
You can
We're
actually
gonna try and
see
make
you
this
guys
work.
pretty good.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
We're getting audio set up right now.
Yeah, so we're getting this figured out kind of willy-nilly.
Oh, man, this is so
So
great.
they'll stay and play as long as they can. They are 3 hours ahead of us.
This is,
To be fair, we have friends across the coast that get up at 4 a.m. to watch this, so you guys,
that's true.
you should hang around as long as you can. We can't hear you right now. It's even better.
Making me
So anyway.
happy.
So anyway, as they're figuring this out, guys, I'll let you know we already hit our first milestone for subs. So we have a winner. The winner of our first package, which includes the player's handbook signed by everybody, the dice, and one horn of Orcus torn from the forehead of Kavarn, is the esteemed Rhymes with Orange. Congratulations, Rhymes with Orange. You are the first winner of the horn. Well done. Well done. So we'll get
Are
that
you
sent out
taking
to
a
you.
selfie with the iPad? Sorry. Sorry.
It's all right. So
Oh, and thank you again to our friend Kai Norman at Commissar Props for making the horn. Go follow him. It's awesome.
indeed,
Commissar Props on Instagram and Facebook. Do it.
do it. Our next giveaway is at $35.50, and then we'll give away the second and only other horn, as well as the rest of that package. And then at $36.00, we're going to do a T-shirt signed, dice box, starter kit, and we're going to be dancing for you afterwards. So see if we can hit that by tonight. Also, I want to give you guys a heads up. We've wanted to get some confirmation to you guys about the episode releases after the live show. So we have a lot of people who watch the show who can't watch it live. The episodes are available immediately afterward on Twitch if you're a subscriber. So if you're after the show morning after you're a subscriber, you get to watch the episodes immediately afterward. Plus, you're helping us keep this channel going. All the subscription money goes towards maintaining the channel, all the people that work here throughout the week, all the other amazing hosts and people that actually run the programs here. So you help make this channel function.
But yeah, only subscribers get access to the archives.
Immediately.
Yeah.
However, if you don't... volume.
It was quite loud.
All right.
Okay.
To finish this thought, though, for those who aren't subscribers, episodes do go up now every Monday. Is going to be the confirmed time period of release. So you can look forward to episodes up on the Geek and Sundry website every Monday. And yeah, I think that's the scenario.
Yeah.
So, given that case, whenever Ryan gets here, I'll hop in. In the meantime, let's go ahead and start this game up. So,
All right, here we go.
So, for those of us who, one little heads up on here, the party has just returned after a long, arduous trek through the Underdark beneath the dwarven city of Craghammer. They were sent to retrieve a paladin named Lady Kima of Vord, who was on a vision quest to stop some dark evil that her deity Bahamut told her was existing beneath this mountain range and needed to be squelched. The party managed to salvage her from insidious torture, and through her aid, as well as a mind flayer who had been outcast from the society and the colony nearby, they managed to convince to help them as well, fought their way through the tunnels, past the Durgar army, eventually to the underground mind flayer colony of Yogvaril, where they found that this entity called Kavarn, this was then eventually revealed to be a mad beholder, Kavarn, who had been pseudo-possessed and given additional power by the Horn of Orcus, a great and evil artifact, long forgotten, which had been found by this entity. So they managed to make their way into the temple, kill Kavarn, tear the horn from its forehead, however, found themselves swarmed immediately by an entire colony of mind flayers heading towards the top of this temple. They managed to battle, nearly losing a few party members, and through some ingenuity, escape through the top, glide over the city of Yogvaril through this underground chasm to a distant embankment along the beach side of this underground river, lake, and teleport their way back to their base city of Iman. So they've come back to Iman, they've come to their keep, Greyskull Keep, they've had an evening of rest. Upon waking the next morning, they've managed to get some breakfast. They've freed Lady Kima from her stone entrapment as she was turned to stone during the battle with the Beholder, and had a conversation based around what should or could be done about this Horn of Orcus evil artifact. So there we will pick up again from that point. So the rest of you guys have eaten your meal, Kima hungrily doing so. All of you guys both sore and exhausted, having barely seen sunlight for a little over a week, and being probably the first or second good meal you've had since leaving Craghammer proper. You all finish your food. Grog hungrily so, double the size of his normal intake of delicious meats and starches. Tiberius has not seemed to have woken up or found his way down from his room as of yet. However, you guys did recently receive a rolled up piece of parchment, a notification from the Council of Taldore saying that you have been requested to the council chambers at some point this afternoon around the midday sun to discuss your return and the kind of the situation and conditions about it. And that was all it said.
Right. And is Lady, I can't remember, is Lady Kima with us at this point? Is she
She's with you.
unstoned?
She's unstoned. You've already had the conversation with her last week, talking about the horn, basically interrogating her. But yeah.
And we said that we had it somewhere safe, but not. Aren't we playing coy with that?
You were playing coy with it, but
I got downstairs to go get Grog.
yes, and Grog returned with it, and you guys had the conversation basically saying, oh, it's safe, don't worry, it's fine. Grogabush has it currently in the bag of holding.
But we haven't told her that it's in a bag of holding, right? She
No, you just said you have it somewhere safe.
We just said we have it somewhere safe.
Correct.
Okay.
Turn them up a little bit.
I'm highly entertained.
I think we're getting feedback.
Oh, I see.
Oh yeah, that's us.
Right. That would be us.
Yes.
Sorry about that.
We'll figure this out, guys.
That wasn't too bad.
Yeah, this is the new attempt of technology with our out-of-towners. So.
It's amazing.
It's working pretty
It's
well.
working pretty well.
I'm kind of impressed.
Well, we have have we actually opened up the parchment and read it yet?
Oh yes, you have received it and you've inspected it.
And we...
There's
Just started,
Tiberius.
literally.
Hey, ready?
Yes.
And what's going to happen?
He's going to crawl under the table. There you have it.
Good
Welcome.
morning, sleepyhead.
As a couple hours have
Did we cuddle
passed.
too much last night? Tiberius.
Hi.
That was
Oh, right. Oh, hello. Oh, wait, am I here? Am I?
Yes, you've just come
You've
downstairs.
just now come down after many hours of breakfast have passed. It's now pushing around 11 o'clock in the afternoon, comparatively, and Tiberius comes storming into the main dining hall of your keep.
Good morning, everyone.
You seem so. What is that?
Oh, this is my own bag of holding. And I walk over to Grog and I open their bag of holding and take out my Wheel of Mending and I put it in here.
You got your own bag of holding?
Yes, that's what I needed the extra gold for before I left.
Where did you go to get
You're
that?
FaceTiming? Hi, guys.
Science.
We are the coolest.
I was like, that's Laura's voice. What the hell?
At least we think we're cool.
Oh, Travis.
So yes.
Sorry. I mean, yes.
So, Tiberius, we're just waiting for you to awake. I think we should probably go and see the Emperor, like you do.
Oh,
Talk about the little problem we have.
yes.
Wait. Where did you go and get a bag of holding in the time of us sleeping and you waking up?
If you recall, I actually went to Draconia. Right. This is when we all woke up to begin with.
You didn't tell us that.
Why would I have to tell you that?
I didn't say you didn't have to. I'm just saying you acted like I should know, and I'm saying I had no idea.
I just want to cast that and said that last game.
No, you just stayed in your room and did it your own.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so right now you're crazy to me.
Right.
I'm also a little disturbed that it looks like that bag of holding is actually made of you.
Yes, it does look like it's made of that seems cruel.
Actually, this is wyvern skin. We use it in the Air Force of the Draconian Army. And when
Air Force?
Yes. Draconia has an army. 500 standing, 200 are airborne.
But they have,
Draconian
an
soldiers.
Air Force.
Yes.
Wait, do they fly?
No,
Never
they
mind.
just blow. They force
No,
air.
we have trained and tamed wyverns, which we have utilized, and they are part of our culture.
I've never seen a skinned one.
Yes, so I went to the local shoppy and purchased a bag of holding because I realized that I did not hold my own Wheel of Mending for a long time.
That was frustrating you, wasn't it?
It was extremely frustrating, especially because it's my artifact.
Sure.
But yes,
Well, that's good. It's probably good to have
And it
a
comes
second
with
one
water,
of those.
that's very
Oh, and it comes with water. How handy.
it holds a lot of things.
How fantastic.
So, we should probably get off to see what the Emperor wants.
Before we do that,
Where's Scanlan at?
Not here.
Scanlan is currently in the room eating breakfast.
Okay, we're all eating breakfast still, right?
Yeah.
Hi, everybody.
Well, not you. You've apparently been globetrotting.
Right. Scanlan, I was thinking about our last encounter, and I'm gonna take off my ironstone. That's kind of chilling. This is a particular thing that you've seen me use several times, and I've noticed in the last couple of battles you've actually literally run out of spells to cast. And I propose a friendly trade. The crown on your head allows you to do certain things which you have not utilized the last several rounds you've owned it. And it seems you've actually complained about not having extra spells to cast.
Rounds of what?
Rounds of battle, facts. So,
Okay.
I assume that you could probably actually use this more. I have a tool that allows me to do it to begin with, and it's come in rather handy, as you've seen. What say you, Scanlan?
Scanlan looks to you and thinks for a second and goes, you know what? I'm gonna think on that. Wait till I'm of more rested and solid and sound mind before I can make any sort of arrangements or trades here. It would be unfair, given our current state of...
That's true, Scanlan. You should probably wait till you're feeling a little more present.
Agreed,
Good
agreed.
plan, Scanlan.
A couple hours at the local brothel and all shall be fine. He cracks his fingers expectantly.
Well, welcome back, even though we didn't know you were gone. I've eaten.
Were you
Most
gone
of us
all
have
night?
eaten.
No, just for about an hour or so.
Oh.
It was a quick trip. I knew.
Just saying hello to family and that.
I just literally went to a shop I knew in Draconia and picked up the item. I wasn't sure if they had any on and really didn't want to waste any time looking for one.
Well,
Good on you. Shall we
go
meet
to
the Emperor?
I've eaten. Let's politic.
I think so.
All right.
This is so.
Can you guys hear us fine?
Yeah.
Just making sure.
Just scared to talk is all.
Scared to talk.
Chime in, please.
Yeah, feel free to chime in
One of
whenever.
us. One of us.
Balls, taint, ale, nipples.
That's our grog.
hey, there's Grog. Grog.
As our wonderful giant, now filled with various forms of delicious food matter, warm in his belly, gives a string of various curse words and enjoyment, and sits up from the table with a loud fart, and you guys make your way out of Grey Skull Keep, towards the outer wall of Iman, in towards the entrance to Abadar's Promenade, making your way towards the Cloudtop District, where the palace itself resides. Is there any
Is
place?
Lady Kima with us?
Lady Kima is with you, yes.
Oh, good.
Is there anything else you want to do, or are you guys making a beeline for the palace?
I would like to take another 500 gold from the treasury before we do that, and I do.
Okay.
You want to what?
From the treasury, you have to ask the treasurer.
How much do you want?
500 to replenish the 500 I initially took. I don't know if I will have to spend it at all, and if I do, I will completely share my plan with all of you. But I would like to see how what we do plays out next.
Okay.
So mark up.
Another 500?
Yes. That's all I do. That's all I want to do.
All right. Anything else?
Is Lady? Have we had contact with Allura since returning? Not yet. I feel good about her being at this meeting, as I'm
Someone
sure.
just got really excited when we mentioned the name Allura.
I cast prestidigitation on myself and make sure my robes are all super clean and nice.
I mean, her, as you guys walk into the center of the Cloudtop District, you can see that her ivory tower, which once collapsed around you, is now standing in its previous location, seemingly untouched and back to its original esteemed visual.
That is the question. Do we stop in first, or do we straight to?
Did they give us was there a time requested on that, or was
It's set around the time of the noonday sun. It's probably about 30 minutes, give or take.
Allura is really the only person I trust.
Perhaps we should not walk into the
That's
palace with this on us, so to speak.
We don't have anything on us.
No, we don't. But if we did, we should probably deal with it. What?
Yes.
No. Yes.
Tibsy, let's go ring Allura's bell.
I'd like to ring her bell.
It is. It's like having the internet right there.
All right, so I just start walking off towards Allura's tower.
All right,
I'll follow back.
Okay, everyone else go with them, or
Yeah.
you
No, we'll
Yeah.
go with.
All right, so you guys trek your way towards the northern edge of the Cloudtop District. You round about the series of very, very nice, fine marbled houses, finely crafted stone. This is the affluent area of Iman proper. It's within the secondary city wall, which, of course, the upper echelon of merchants and those who have money are offered the secondary form of defense against the towns being sieged at all. You come around the corner on the fine kind of yellowish cobblestone road, turn, and you get to the point where you can see to the left of you is the giant courtyard that surrounds the outskirts of the palace proper, with the giant steps that lead up to the kind of darkened purple marble that the entire structure is made out of. To your right, there's a few buildings and the white ivory tower that Allura lives in. You approach, the front door is closed. It still remains that giant iron knocker on the front that hangs loosely, kind of like a giant wishbone that you kind of slam into the front of the wooden doorway. Give it a couple hits. You can hear it echo throughout the interior of the tall standing tower. A few moments pass. You hear a movement of chain, a creaking of metal, and then a shunk, some sort of large shifting of a wood platform or plank. The door then creaks open, and they're standing, a little bleary-eyed. Apparently had slept in a bit, but in the process of getting ready, you see before you Arcanist Allura. Her hair is half braided, her long blonde hair is half braided. She's in her darkened blue robes. They used to seeing her, and as she opens the door, the sunlight hitting her eyes, she kind of protects her vision for a second before they focus on the rest of the group, and she goes, "My lord, you've all arrived. You've all arrived!" And she swings the door open and runs forward immediately to you, the first person that's there, and just gives you a big hug. Kind of holds back and gives you a look over.
Well,
her eyes are open and kind of happy. You'd see, honestly, eager and happy to see that everyone's here safe.
I look over at Tiberius and just sort of sheepishly shrug.
I'm used to it, it's fine.
She turns over she gives Pike a big hug. She makes her way around the rest of the group. She's like, "You all, I'm so glad to see you all back. I'd heard that there were some difficulties happening in Craghammer at the time you arrived." She turns around and takes your hands, Keyleth, into her own, and gives you like a nod and then a small hug. Goes to Percy and gives you a hug. Goes to Tiberius, walks to Tiberius and gives you a big warm hug.
Oh!
She slowly pulls away. She acquiesces to your longer hug and then pushes away.
It's nice to see you again.
The pleasure is mine. The pleasure is mine, Tiberius. And as she turns around, she sees, standing behind the rest of you, there's Kima. There's just there in her now freshly clean golden armor that she polished over the evening, so she doesn't smell of Durgar sweat and blood anymore.
We've brought you a present.
There's this moment where they both kind of look at each other quietly, and then Allura kind of steps forward and says, "Kima, welcome back." And they both just run and give this big, kind of embracing bear hug. She lifts Kima up, and there's like a slow spin. You can see this kind of very, very strong bond of friendship. Before she eventually puts Kima down and takes the baby. She holds her hands for a second. You can see a tear kind of running down Allura's cheek, and she goes, "I was so worried about you." And Kima kind of sheepishly turns her eyes to the side. It's like, "Oh, I'm sorry for all the trouble."
Story of my life.
No! Oh no!
Seriously, Matthew? Come on! What? They're good friends!
Friends! Look, mate.
Your assumptions,
Don't-
Dragonborn.
Oh! Look, mate,
I get it now.
don't mug yourself.
Yes.
Don't mug yourself, mate.
Oh, that's great.
Don't mug yourself. Come correct. Don't mug yourself.
So they take a moment of kind of, smiling at each other, and then she kind of reaches her hand out in front of Kima's head and kind of rustles her hair for a second and says, "You had many of us worried sick. You can't keep running off like that." Which Kima goes, I know. And then Allura turns to the rest of the group again and says, "Thank you all so very much. You've done the realm and myself a great service in bringing her back." At which point, Kima says, "Bring me back. They helped me complete my quest. And you have some strong allies, Allie." And Allura kind of looks back to her, starts heading back into her
Allie?
tower, and says, "Well,
Down here.
come, enter. I have tea ready. You all look like you could use it, to be honest.
Yeah.
Come, please."
Well, all right.
love
We have a moment we can spend.
Long story.
So as you guys all walk into her tower, you remember it untouched from your previous entry here. And it's a weird moment to step into a tower that you were once in as it crumbled and folded on itself, to see it as if nothing had ever happened.
Is there a new rug?
There is not.
Aha! Aha.
You guys,
Oh.
We're not giving it back.
Shouldn't tell her about the
Don't
rug.
tell her about the rug.
you guys step into the center of the room, and she's kind of talking to herself for a moment, basically saying, "Things have been a bit crazy here, obviously, now that the floodgates have opened as far as discussions with the council and people who have maintained a backlog for a while. It's been a bit busy, but this is a wonderful moment of respite. I'm greatly enjoying the company, to be honest. Well, come, and she kind of guides you all to the center of the chamber. Once again, there's that large stone platform in the center that has a number of the kind of inert runes carved into the stonework. As you all step onto it, she taps her heel against the bottom of it for a second. As she does, all the runes glow with a bright flash of blue and a familiar sensation as that circular platform begins to lift like an arcane elevator up the center of the tower, going up 1, 2, 3 stories. And as you're going up, you see certain sections of wooden library shelves set up at odd angles along the top of the arcane tower itself. You can see there are small stairways that lead off into doorways that seem to almost exit into the sky. You've gotten into the idea that a lot of these kind of powerful mage-built towers, the inner workings don't really match the outer exterior look, and there are rooms that shouldn't exist at certain points as you lift up.
I'd like to make a perfunctory insight check just to see if there's anything hinky.
I'd like to Google
about the
perfunctory real quick.
situation.
You do that. Go for it.
Okay.
On Allura?
Yeah, everything's probably fine. That's an 18.
Okay. Best that you can gather, she looks like she's a bit groggy, having slept in recently, but she seems genuinely excited you've all returned and seems eager to kind of catch up as far as what has transpired since last you met her. The platform continues until it reaches the topmost floor of the tower before the slowing of the stone platform eventually comes to a halt with a slight jostling. The runes fade and you're all on the top floor of the tower once again. This is her main chamber. You can see across the way there is her large cush kind of canopy bed on the far corner. There are a number of desks. There's a small arcane laboratory on the far side. Looks like it's in a bit of disarray as she's probably in the middle of a project. You do hear, as soon as you arrive, what sounds like the whistle of a tea kettle in the distance. At which point she immediately says, allow me. And as she begins to walk over, she lifts her hand and you see a small drift of arcane energy as her mage hand goes and lifts and takes the water off of its burner and begins to just kind of absent-mindedly mage hand various teacups out of a large cabinet above a little kitchenette area.
That's awesome.
At which point everyone's kind of looking around, Kima, amongst you, the rest of you guys. Says, it's been a while since I've been here. Everything's as grandiose and unnecessarily dressed as it always is. I'm glad you got rid of that old rug, though.
Sorry.
Was there a rug?
I'm fine. I
Stay
don't remember
cool,
that.
Vax. Stay cool. Come
Or
on.
this row.
No.
Nope.
Not here.
Allura, who is now in the process of like pulling chairs over and setting up like a small sitting arrangement, kind of a semicircle.
Oh, it's so
says,
cute.
When the last time the tower collapsed and I was so rudely assaulted in my living quarters, it appears my rug went missing. It's all right. I kept an eye out for a new one for some time.
That was unfortunate.
Magic, it's tricky.
I mean, I had no idea. I jumped out when that happened.
Speaking of tricky magic,
She gives us a slow, kind of knowing look about the group. And just kind of gives that nod of like, I acquiesce to this, that's fine.
You should have some, like, potted plants, Allura. You should, like, some nice greenery.
I'm
Be
going to try and
nice.
feng shui the tower. Is that what you're...
Well, why not?
That's not a bad idea. Perhaps we'll discuss this in
This is silly.
Yes, absolutely.
Allura, it's a long story. A lot of Durgar, a lot of Mind Flayers, and an evil god.
A beholder.
Yes, moreover, a beholder.
Yeah, but
Beholder
who was
who's-
pulling the strings behind the beholder?
Well, he thought he was an evil god. A beholder with a god complex?
Curious.
Yeah.
At which point, as you say that, she kind of does this with her fingers, and all the chairs kind of rush in underneath you guys, and you kind of put into a sitting position. And as you all sit, she begins to slowly mage hand over each one of your freshly poured cups of tea.
Oh.
A look of concern coming across her face. So you found your way beneath the city, I assume based on the denizens you've mentioned, into the Underdark proper. Behold, you say. Mind flayers, you say.
Yes.
Well, I, first off, must apologize. I was not aware I was putting you into such dangerous territory.
Ha! It was really dangerous. It was nothing filled with just buttholes everywhere. Terrible.
That sounds like a terrible city. Well, first and foremost, I apologize for that. I'm incredibly grateful you're all seemingly healthy and still here, and you've brought Kima back to us, which is very important. Well, I guess this is in order. And she sits up for a second and walks over, and you can see she kind of looks back at the rest of you and brushes her hand for a second, and a sphere of darkness appears in the corner of the room where you cannot see that entire part of the room. And she kind of sits there and hovers, just a little pocket of darkness.
Oh man.
What's that?
You hear some
We've
rustling.
been in darkness so long.
Some rustling. The sphere of darkness finishes, and you see she's holding a sack of coins that you don't know where she procured it from.
Oh.
She steps back over to her chair, sits down, and says, "Just a precaution. I like to keep my private things private. But a deal is a deal, and you've done as you've asked. So, as we discussed, 10,000 gold pieces for the lot of you, and my great
I take
estate."
that.
She hands it out to Vex. It's eager palm. It's very heavy.
Good thing I'm strong then, huh?
With her 9 strength,
I know,
it
I'm sorry
sags.
about the hand gesture there. Stop it.
The internet. She sits back down. Well, you tell me what else, if anything's transpired, I'll let you know what you've missed.
Well,
Oh, yeah, we have.
Beholder.
we have Orcus's horn, so that's a thing.
So there's a slight pause before the actual sound of breaking glass hits your ears as the teacup that she's holding shatters
I'll
across
agree
the
to this in the
stonework
last
on the
game. I know
floor.
what people are acting this way for.
Alura's still sitting in her chair, hands in place, and says, "I'm sorry. What did you say?"
Yes, that beholder butthole that we had to fight, that we had no idea we had to fight, had this Orcus horn on his head. So we took it off, and we kept it safe. That's what you wanted, I was assuming, to destroy
We haven't touched it, though.
No.
All right. She looks over to Kima, kind of with the shoulders up, and Kima gives her a nod and says, "Well, to be honest, I wasn't sure that was the end of my journey, but it seems that great evil I talked about before, well, we killed it and took its source of power. Now we're figuring out what to do with it." And she gives a sheepish grin and a slight shrug in her armor. Alura kind of looks at the ground for a moment and says, "Well, I don't know much of this object you say, but if it was the source of this creature's power, and it carries with it the connotations of Orcus, then this is a very, very ill omen indeed.
Yes.
This must be brought before the council immediately."
Wait. Council?
The Council of Taldori, the council you are part of.
Oh, yeah. That helps.
are you going there right now also?
Yes, I was summoned to it. Where
Here's the
We
thing,
were as
Alora.
well.
Sorry, Pike. The thing with this particular item is the more people know about it, the more dangerous it actually becomes. The fact that we even share this information with Kima and you is a very dangerous thing to begin with.
I agree.
Are the council trustworthy?
Those who currently reside in the council are trustworthy. I assure you this. I've done my work with them for many years, and those that have passed have been replaced with equally trustworthy individuals. And rest assured, I have my checks and balances in place as well.
I think what we're worried about most is the corrupting nature of this thing. And while the council may have good intentions, I think more than a few of us are somewhat nervous what effect it might have on them, on us.
Can you assess what the mistrust would be to not bring this before the Sovereign and the Council?
Namely, if the immediate want is for it to be immediately destroyed, because that's what needs to happen with anything from Orcus, as you very well know.
I understand, and I don't think you'll find anyone disagreeing, but I also don't think you should sow mistrust with the Council by keeping any of this information from them.
It's
I
not
don't
about
mistrust the
trust.
council, but Uriel has been corrupted once already.
Exactly.
This is true. And was it not by your hand that he was freed and his family kept safe? Understand that this is a man that owes you, him and his family's life. I think he would take into you his ear bent in your direction quite strongly.
Correct, but couldn't you also safely say that he is therefore fairly easily corruptible? If he had been corrupted before? Even not if subconsciously, I'm not saying intentionally, but he clearly...
You would know best what was responsible for corrupting our sovereign, as you did fight, and one was felled by its own strength.
I'm saying, Lady Allura, that there's
essences. There seems to be magical properties to this horn that corrupts even some of the strongest-willed individuals.
Then we must be rid of it quickly. And I think we need to at least discuss this with the council. If not presented, bring it to their attention. There are ways, arcane, not very approved ways of nullifying targeted memories. The rest of the Arcana Pensophical have banned the use of such magics, but if we could have approval, understanding the safety concerns of this object from the council, we could override the Arcana Pensophical, and I could employ some of these magics to make sure that once this artifact is destroyed or taken somewhere to never be found again, we ourselves perhaps will not recall it ever existed. And that in itself is the safest course of action.
I agree.
Well, I think that we trust you. And you trust the council. That's enough for me.
That's enough for me as well.
Pike,
That's
what do
definitely
you
enough for
say?
me. And just so you know, Laura, I might have a solution.
It makes
to
me nervous
actually
as well.
destroying it. So I will
don't
follow
know what
your
else to
lead.
do.
I think the best course of action is to trust people.
And we are incapable of destroying the thing on our own.
Oh, that's not
Yes.
true at all. I might have a solution which I just shared with Laura. I'm letting her take the lead on this, and when the situation presents itself, I might have a solution to destroy it outright.
Why don't you share that with us now, Tiberius?
Give us
instead
a
of
rough
keeping it
sketch,
secret?
maybe?
Oh, very well. I'll pull out my bag of holding. What is this?
The mending wheel?
No, the bag.
An
bag?
empty fist?
He pulled out the bag.
Okay. Would you care to elaborate, Tiberius?
Oh, I'm sorry. It was part of the thing I wanted to tell all of you at breakfast, but okay. The idea is, with some research, I've come to find that if anything is in a bag of holding, and the bag of holding itself is destroyed, the items or whatever go into a somewhat void that cannot be retrieved by any one particular thing. If we are to have our memories erased, as you say, then it would guarantee that when we place the thing in a bag of holding and destroy that bag, it will then be dissipated into this void.
At which point, Allura raises her hand and says, Tiberius, you, as a very trained sorcerer, have some knowledge in this regard. I've been crafting bags of holding since I was a child as a way of keeping my weekends busy. I have to notify you that should such a pocket of interdimensional arcane space is disrupted in this way, it doesn't send them into a void, it jettisons the contents into the astral sea.
Ooh.
The astral sea, which has many denizens that could come across this object. Githyanki themselves and the great ships.
I hate Yankees.
Never mind.
So it could be bad.
There are things in
There are,
there.
other
saying-
things there are many things that exist in the astral sea that could recover this item. I'm not saying there isn't merit to this, but I think it would be best we put it somewhere where at least we know for certain no one will find it, as opposed to just hoping it disappears somewhere.
But the memory thing is crucial.
I think that...
What about those who might be uncomfortable with, just toying around with my memories and tramping along and around in my head? I don't really, want.
Why don't you think about it for a while?
Yeah, my head's pretty fragile as it is.
We're talking about erasing the path back to this thing. We're not talking about removing your adolescent years from your memory. Just
Right.
this one thing.
All right.
How many lessons have we learned in just the time? Like, wouldn't we have to erase all memories surrounding it? We wouldn't even remember our trip into the Underdark?
I think we could perhaps just erase the memory of where we put it.
That is what I am assuming.
That is possible. Like I said, these magics have not been tampered with in nearly 200 years.
Whoa! So we're
And
gonna
we
break the seal on some untampered with magics and just experiment.
I am part of a group that oversees civilization. I can't go into too much detail, but they are responsible for keeping such ancient magics, long-forgotten magics such as this. I would have to meet with and discuss and gain approval from them for its use, but for an item as dangerous as what you say, perhaps this is one of those special occasions.
I mean, she's working for the Illuminati and we're basically the A-team, so I think she might know a little better.
The I-team.
I don't know. What do you think, Pike?
Well,
You've been quiet.
I feel like at this point, we don't really have another option. So I do
I'm all
trust
tapped out.
Laura. So I feel like if we just maybe go check it out. I don't really know what our other option is.
I agree.
That was a good one,
And if we don't like it, we can
but it's not.
stab it.
And if we don't like it, we can keep thinking of something else.
All right.
We have time.
This is true. And who knows what wisdom the rest of the council might have within their midst as well. We have members from all across the world. We'll see which resources they have at their disposal.
I'm sure they're waiting for us.
Well, I'm glad to be free of my usual business. You guys familiar with the Wilder Fens?
Sorry?
The Wilder Fens.
The Wilder Fens?
They're a bloody merchant guild. They've left our chambers in shambles. Look, since you've been gone and the council matters have been brought up to speed once more, we've had to deal with the backlog of all the various council meetings that have been pushed back for months and months. It's been a relative nightmare. So this, how dangerous as it is, I'm taking it as a a nice change from the usual, pardon my speaking, political bullshit I've been dragged into on a weekly basis. Between the Wildefens, and God, there was the Cortigian League from Wildmount, and they just tore through Iman with a caravan of partying gypsies that destroyed everything in their path.
Who?
Damn gypsies.
The Cortian League. Cortigian League
The Cortian League.
from Wildmount, the north.
We fought stitch monsters. That was mostly what we... It was guns and swords and...
It's far more interesting. Most of our guests have been a bit rough around the edges. Although I will say, we did manage to meet with Sildur of Singorn. We may have some business there with getting Singorn situated. And Lord and
Sildur.
Lady Briarwood were rather nice to us when they came into the town. So, business has been fair.
Well, shall we take this to the council then?
Yes, we have pressing matters. We'll get to that later.
All right. Let's go to the council then. As you guys make your way back down through the tower, you eventually venture through the castle top district to the front of the palace. The guards stand there with their long red velvet cloaks and their brass breastplates. They recognize both Allura and you as you approach, and they kind of step aside, put their spears towards the steps, and kind of give you a grand entrance to the front of the palace. As you step up, the front doors open on their own with a large, heavy shaking of the wood. As the palace doors open, you guys are led into the central chambers of the main palace walkway, which splits to the right and left, and then across leads into the main throne room. However, you guys are meeting in the council room, which is to the left. You've been there twice before. So you're led over to the council chambers, which, as you enter the main circular room, you're brought into the nice hardwood floors, the kind of dark forest green colored walls, these long tapestries which recall various battles of history, and broad mountainous landscapes showing settlers making their way across dangerous terrain. You can see various weapons from different civilizations that were brought as gifts to Iman that have been mounted on the walls. It's a presentory, kind of atmospheric decor. And in the central room, you can see what currently stands the entirety of the Tal'Dorei Council in a kind of a hushed discussion. The council, of course, has at the center, across the table from you, Sovereign Uriel Tal'Dorei II himself, the leader of Iman and the current sovereign of all of Tal'Dorei, this section of the continent. You see him with his characteristic dark hair with kind of graying sides, kind of cut shorter than you recall, like he's recently got a trim, and some very, very well-kept facial hair. He's wearing his ceremonial robes, which are the same kind of gold and red color as the armored soldiers that greeted you at the front of the palace. Next to him, you see Lord Riskel Daxio, which is the elven male who helped you guys handle your purchasing of the keep when you were awarded that at the end of your last journey. He's the master of trade currently within Iman. You can see he has kind of a long, kind of strawberry blonde hair that is pulled into a tight ponytail to the back, and he wears kind of darker clothing, more for decoration than actual use. His armor seems to be loose and more decorative. Next to him is Guardian Tofor Bratoris, which you've heard of and have not met before. A female dragonborn paladin.
Say that one more time. Guardian who's a what now?
Guardian Tofor Bratoris.
Tofor.
Tofor. Bratoris. Her name's been mentioned before, but this is the first time you guys have actually seen her in person.
It's a girl.
It's a female dragonborn paladin. She is adorned in full silvered platinum plate that is currently carved with multiple symbols of Bahamut, the platinum dragon. As she kind of looks up and notices, you can see she gives kind of a hand up, kind of a symbol of a greeting towards Kima. As Kima also gives her hand up, and they both touch the front of their armor in kind of a symbolic, holy way. They've both been followers of Bahamut. You immediately make that religious connection between the two of them. She looks across the rest of the group there that she doesn't seem to notice. Eyes meeting with Tiberius. And this is strange, you haven't seen very many Dragonborn at all with any Mon. And as soon as she meets your gaze, she kind of gives you a look of deep, deep stink eye.
Oh, hello. My name's Tiberius Stormwind. Of House Stormwind from Draconia.
From Draconia, you say?
Yes. I'm sure you've heard of my father Cravalus, my mother Penelope.
Then perhaps you should close that trap and sit across the table, as far from me as possible.
She seems to spit the words almost. And sits back in her chair.
Mind your tongue.
The rest of the council's, kind of talking amongst themselves and kind of hearing this slight discussion. Next to her, there is a halfling male in kind of rangerish garb, wearing what looks like some really fine chain shirt with a thick, dark black cloak. He's shaved bald with tattoos on one side of his face, and he introduces himself briefly.
I'm terribly sorry. I did not mean for there to be any sort of a misunderstanding here.
Kind of gives a slight nudge to Tofor.
I do not believe we've met at this time. My name is Seeker Assum Emring. I'm the Master of Secrets here within the Council.
He kind of extends a hand towards you, as almost like alleviating the tension.
Hi, I'm Stormwind here.
Well, I assume you're the ones we're waiting for. Please have a seat.
At which the Sovereign finishes discussion with another human which you've not met. He's kind of a built and armored individual. Probably stands the tallest of the entire group. Thick, square jaw, kind of unshaven. At which point he kind of puts his hand on the Sovereign's shoulder and says,
I suppose I should introduce myself as well. I've heard much about you, Vox Machina. I am Arbiter Brom Goldhand, and I have recently taken up, as of 3 months ago, the position that General Krieg once held within the city. Since he was unfortunately lost to us, there was need for a new Master of Law, and as since I've had a lot to keep up on, unable to meet you personally until now. But it is a pleasure. I've heard nothing but great things.
And he sits down in his chair. Allura finds her side of the table and gestures the rest of you. Please, have a seat. The Sovereign is in the midst of...
I stand. I don't sit.
All right. The Sovereign finishes writing some papers, rolls them up, snaps twice, and the gentleman comes by and he hands him papers and says,
Give these to Lady and Lord Briarwood as soon as possible. Thank you.
all right, so,
First of all, I want to welcome you all back. It's been a few weeks since we've seen each other. I've been recently given word that you so unceremoniously appeared in the center of the Lyceum, not but 12 hours ago. Worse for wear. So, I would like to know, first off, why you've returned in the center of our city, and well, I want to see how your well-being has been these past few weeks. I apologize, I'm a bit scattered. I've had a few things on my mind as of late. But yes, how is Vox Machina?
If I may. Yes. We didn't choose to dump ourselves right in the middle of the city. That was born out of necessity, not out of choice. The task we set out to finish proved a lot more complicated than originally perceived. Frankly, I worry about the safety of the city of Craghammer. Underneath their home, down in the bowels of the earth, I don't know how much the Council knows about the race of the Illithid. We stumbled into a veritable hornet's nest of them below the city.
most faces are blank. Allura, of course, has her hands on the table, kind of, listening intently. As you say illithid, you do notice that Seeker Asim Emring, the halfling, immediately kind of sits back in his chair with a look of, oh, snap.
I see a lot of blank stares at this table. I wasn't very familiar with them either. There is an entire city in the Underdark beneath Craghammer. And in their midst was a beholder that was controlling the entire city. We ended up destroying it, barely escaping with our lives, fleeing the city, destroying a god? I think.
I don't think we destroyed the god. I think we destroyed
nearly
his...
a demon.
Yes,
the horn of,
something he had possessed, but the god still lives.
But Orcus was behind the beholder.
Well,
Channel. No, that's just.
Well,
no, there
that's
was
just
He just had the horn. He
we
found the
killed
horn.
Kavarn, and then he got back up again. He didn't get himself back up.
Because Orcus is a god of necromancy and
That's
death.
what the horn did. It brought him back to life when he would die. That's why I ripped it out when we did it, because I knew that was going on. That's what the horn does.
I just worry that it's not just, an appliance. It's got him in it. Some
it
part
absolutely
of him
does.
in it.
Remember, it laughed at me when I tried to crush it.
Is what I'm saying.
Right.
Allura kind of looks at you strangely. Tiberius, you sound different.
I'm not. I was talking to. Sorry. I'm not talking right now. So
Be that as it may, we riled up a city of
Mind flayers.
buttholes, as Tiberius would call them. Very unhappy race of things below the surface of the earth. Now, we're here today because Tiberius, crafty as he is, was able to flee ahead of us and create a portal back here, and we ended up falling ass over tea kettle in the Lyceum. So here we are.
Well, welcome back.
Thank you. It's good
Glad
to
to
be
see
here.
you're safe.
We've brought a little bit of the evil with us.
At which point the table gets extremely uncomfortable suddenly, and as everyone steps back, Kima steps forward. She's kind of kept at the back at this point and says, it's all right, it's all right. I will speak for this group, as you also know of their exploits and their abilities. They saved me from what was probably certain death and torture, and aided me in stopping what darkness was beneath Craghammer, or at least what we could. But just listen to what they have to say, and understand that they are as trustworthy as they come. At which point, the Sovereign kind of lifts a hand or two and says, well, Kima, your word is trusted, and I appreciate you also have returned to us healthy. So, what is this evil you bring with you?
Well, we have it stored safely away.
Yes.
But this beholder was using an artifact, a horn, emanating darkness and shit. And Tiberius, in the heat of the battle, ripped it from its pate, and we've brought it back with us.
It is one of the 2 horns of Orcus.
At that notification, you see the name Orcus, and you can see there's a whole kind of energy shift in the room, at which point a lot of furrowed brows drop to intense. The actual air of the room seems to come still for a moment. And from what you can see, Seeker Asun and Tofor both kind of grit their teeth and lean forward as you say this. Tofor says,
You said Orcus. Yes. Are you deaf?
Tiberius.
Madness.
We see the apprehension written on your faces, and we are nervous as well. But the alternative was leaving the horn with these illithid. Hundreds, if not thousands, of illithid. And we had to make a judgment call rather quickly, and frankly, leaving it there with them seemed like it wasn't an option.
Well, you've done right in bringing it here. This has to be destroyed, sent as far away, brought out of the hands of whoever. If this is indeed an artifact of Orcus, it cannot exist on this plane.
Plans must be drawn up.
It's kind of what we thought.
Yes, we know this already.
at which point Kima steps forward and kind of says, now, understand, this This is not something you can lock in a box or put some guards around it. Okay, there was a reason this was forgotten and needs to be again. Now, with the proper surrounding strength and formidable individuals, I can take it to the Grand Chantry in Osthania, where the High Paladin Archibald will reseal it, far away from the eyes and minds of the world. Lest we can come up with some sort of way to destroy this item. At which point, the Arbiter, Brahm, steps forward and goes,
Well, if you think there is possibly a way to destroy this, we need to discover this here. We cannot allow it outside of the midst of this to some chaotic winds and whim of the world around us. We have the walls of Iman to keep it safe. Why not take it to the Lyceum?
I want to make an inside check on the whole table.
Hey.
I want to also double check. Who was it that handed off the letter to the Briarwoods?
That was the Sovereign.
Sovereign, thank you.
So which individual? The Arbiter?
Yeah.
The Arbiter Brahm. What'd you roll?
It's the 10.
10?
Can I insight the seeker?
Sure. What's your insight roll?
13.
13? Okay.
And I would like to insight the Sovereign, just because reasons. 1.
Starting the game off strong, guys.
I think you need some,
I'm just an
some
idiot.
Florida rolling.
Yeah, I think so too. You're awfully
I want an
quiet.
insight check as well. Because Matt can totally whisper to me if I get this good.
He'll text you.
I'll text it to you.
Alright.
Roll high.
Hold on, I'm looking.
She's rolling.
17.
11.
17.
A total of 17?
11d7.
Yeah.
On which individual?
Which person at the table, sis?
You.
On your brother?
Oh no, on the deep voiced guy.
The Arbiter.
Okay, the Arbiter Brahm.
Yes, the Arbiter.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
You.
Why you gotta be like that, huh?
I'll say, and a general feel about the room, but the Arbiter specifically, there is definitely a sense of a really quick rising in tension, fear, and adrenaline in the room at this conversation. Fear is the main thing you're getting. I wouldn't say that you sense any deception. You just sense like the stakes have just suddenly jumped for what they were expecting their morning to be, and they're trying to wrap their head around it. So nothing in too particular catches your shit radar.
Alright.
We are not leaving the horn here.
No.
We would have to leave you here.
As Grog speaks up to the Arbiter, says, I'm not saying we leave it here. I'm saying that while we have it here, have it studied, bring it to the Lyceum. The headmaster and his entire research facility could possibly find a way to destroy it. There is no finer, arcane focus than that Lyceum in this city. They're responsible for the construction of our sky ships and the crystals that keep them elevated.
I love sky ships.
I believe the power will be too great. It will corrupt. People will want to take it for themselves.
Then it has to be taken elsewhere and sealed, like Kima was requesting.
So you're saying essentially our two options are we can either keep it here and study it to try and figure out a way to destroy it and have all of the risks of this horn being inside the city, or we take the other massive risks of trying to ship it off somewhere and hope that it gets sealed away?
At which point, Tofor, the female Dragon Morris, kind of sits up in her chair and says,
Regardless, it should not stay here, in my opinion. Understand, the longer it resides within Iman, the more word will spread, and more despots will be drawn to our city to claim it. Do you wish to have all the darkness of this land slowly swarm in on this city?
I think we're of a like mind.
Yes.
I think we should take it from the city.
I think it's a giant target on our backs right now.
I turned to the Arbiter. I was like, there is something that you should know. During our battle with Kavan, which was the name of the beholder, which the horn resided upon its head. When I ripped it from its head, I held it in a telekinesis state. I attempted to crush it, for not knowing what it was at first, just knowing it was bringing creatures back to life. When I attempted to do so, I heard somewhat of a laughter at the back of my mind. I fear whatever this is attached to might be aware, or if anything more aware than it was previously. I'm not sure if it was alerted by being placed on the beholder's head to begin with, but I heard something. So, looking at Topher, I agree with the peasant that we should get it out of here immediately.
At which point the Sovereign, who's been kind of quiet at this moment, says, well, best I can tell at this point, it should not stay any more. We've had enough trouble in this city and enough issues here that we're having to deal with in the aftermath of the attack on my family. We do not have the mental will nor the ability to withstand any sort of assault, whether from the inside or the outside of the city. If we are to take it elsewhere, I trust the opinion of you, of Kima, and Allura. At which point Allura takes a moment and says, just the knowledge of such a thing existing, let alone two, in this world is dangerous. Who knows what horrors an individual could achieve should they find both horns? Now, wherever this gets taken, the knowledge that all of us know that these exist now, and anyone else beyond this, means that that's a leak. That's a weakness. Now, I've heard of some magics that can erase selected memories permanently. Ancient magics. At which point, as she starts saying this, the rest of the room kind of shifts uncomfortably, and you can see Topher begins to kind of raise her hand to protest, and Allura shuts her down and says, but I would not employ these unless they were absolutely necessary. I need to speak with the Arcana Pansophical and see if this is such a strange and necessary circumstance to allow the use of such magics. That will take me some time to get the entire conclave to agree, but I think it's possible. And maybe the only way, if we cannot destroy this, to make sure that the rest of this world never knows that it existed. I think that's the safest route. As to getting it out of the city, I feel that we have two individuals here, two followers of Bahamut. Both the deity that saw the evil, brought the vision to Kima, and presented, whether in a roundabout way, the power and strength of these individuals to eventually retrieve it and prevent it from being an artifact that instrumentally destroyed the Dwarven city and quite possibly all of Taldore. So I think if there was a god whose guidance we could look into, I would put my trust in the clergy of Bahamut. She looks to Kima, and Kima kind of nods her head.
I, of course, would agree with such sentiments as well.
Kima raises her maul and says, puts it on her shoulder. Well then, if that's to be the case, I'll send word over to the rest of my temple. We'll send over our finest paladins, and clerics and guardians. Prepare a box for travel. We'll take it across the sea. And we shall seal this bastard.
Kima.
Yeah. Sorry.
Kima, when you do approach your kin, propose because Orcus's horn is pure black evil, perhaps the sight of light could help as well. The blessing of Seven Ray and other light sources, divine powers, could be helpful as well.
The horn will remain here until the vessel is brought over. But we have holy vessels specifically designed for the keeping of remains or things that are of great evil. And we would gladly welcome the blessing of something from Saren Ray as well. After all, there is nothing wrong with more positive energy instilled to maintain such a negative force.
Personally, don't trust this horn traveling anywhere without at least one of our supervision.
At which point the Sovereign kind of speaks up and says, and to be completely honest, we are very grateful you've brought the horn here, but you are a motley crew. Who is to say any of you are also immune to this corruption as well? Who's to say you, 8, carry the mental willpower to withstand this darkness any better than a group of paladins designed and trained their entire lives to withstand and destroy this evil?
What assurance do I have that your attachment to nature would not become some dark, brambled, twisted thing in the proximity of this artifact? None. Just keep that in mind.
I look to the group and do this to Scanlan.
You're taking quite advantage of his current state of mind.
You have no idea what I'm going to do for the rest of this game.
You literally do that to Scandon? Like you to Scandon?
No, I was pointing at him.
Right in the air.
Right near.
Wet Willie, to our little gnome bard. We miss you, Sam. Uriel looks around. Well, given this circumstance, I would say that our best bet now is to have Kima and Tofo reach out to the Grand Chambers of Bahamut, have them bring a vessel and seal it somewhere that they find fit for an object of this dark presence. Is the Council in agreement to this? Unless some other better means arises. How long will it take for this vessel to arrive? At which point Kima kind of scratches her chin for a second. He goes, by the fastest ships, especially if we're using some of your fancy sky dinghies, I can't imagine more than 2 weeks.
2 weeks?
Which point? At which
That's
point?
14 days, Your Highness.
That was adorable.
A fortnight.
At which point, Alora stands forward and says, "It's in the means of."
You guys don't have any holy ships here? Like, you don't have like a ship dock?
I'm sure if they did, they would probably use that one.
But I'm using it.
But I'm using it.
At this point, okay. At this point, Alora kind of sits forward into the rest of the group and says, "To be fair, Kima, in my experience and knowledge, ships function well for the movement of goods and large objects. The speed of this requires some expediting, and well, I happen to have a friend who is over in Ostania, probably not far from your clergy. Perhaps we can facilitate a 2-day travel?" At which point the rest of the group kind of leans back for a second, and Kima goes, well, fine. Yeah, I guess. Kind of shoots a dirty look a little bit.
Can I do an insight check on Alora real quick?
Sure.
You're saying she's saying a ship would be ready in 2 days, or would take 2 days to travel?
No. Laura's saying, depending on the size of this vessel, why do we even need a ship? We have the ability to transport between the cities. If we can pool our resources, there's no reason why we can't bring them here nearly instantaneously.
13.
13? Best you can tell, Alora, I mean, she's really hard to read. She keeps the same smile, but she definitely has her intense face on. She's deep in the moment. No real gives one way or the other. The rest of the group kind of looks around, and Arcanist, in the silence goes, "Well then, I think then me and Kima and Topher, if you'd like, we can designate a way of bringing this relic container as fast as possible, so we may get this going. I wish not to keep this within our presence much longer. Do we agree to that?"
Yes.
Yes.
We do. I think we would feel comfortable going along for the ride and seeing this thing through to the end.
She kind of glances over to the Sovereign. The Sovereign gives a nod. Very well. Very well. I'll allow it. I may have some business for you coming soon, so try not to be gone too long. Although this is much more important business, I do agree. And then he kind of gives a laugh and a smile to raise a bit of levity in the room that nobody seems to respond to. He just, but nevertheless, if you wish to travel and see this through, I don't see there would be any complaint. He looks to Lady Kima and says, "Oh no, not at all. You've gotten along swimmingly so far, mostly." Very well. Then I'm bad at this political stuff, and Kima kind of steps back a little bit, and I defer to the rest of you. Puts her mace on the ground, or her maul on the ground, and kind of awkwardly looks away. Sovereign goes, "Very well. It is settled. Reach out to your clergy, bring the vessel, Alora, facilitate its arrival. We'll get this artifact as far away from Imon as possible. This is adjourned. Thank you all very much for coming to this council meeting."
Okay.
I'm waiting until I'm going to catch the Sovereign on his way out.
All right. At which point everyone kind of gathers the rest of their papers, their parchments, they're rolling up scrolls. The Arbiter gets up and kind of lumbers his way out of the room. The Seeker, Assam, steps up to the rest of you once again with a final handshake.
A pleasure to meet you all once again. I've heard so much, and you're doing fine work.
And he seems like just strangely, I'd say nervous, but in a weird way, he's a gentle hint of fanboy.
I wink at him.
Oh, stop it.
He slyly winks back on his way out. As he exits, Tofor stands up, and now at her full, you've only seen her sitting since you arrived. As Tofor stands in her female dragonborn form, she is probably a good solid foot taller than Tiberius, and is a thick, muscle-bound dragonborn paladin of Bahamut. As her armor kind of shifts as she stands, she begins to make her way towards the door, not even with a glance in your direction.
That means she's as tall as you, Grog.
What?
She's as tall as you.
I just whisper to Tiberius and say, Are all the ladies that big in Draconia?
It all depends. No, not really.
She's bigger than usual.
She's a wretched peasant, so I cannot.
That's so mean.
It's a little harsh.
She exits. Allura stands up, begins to leave. The Sovereign stands up, and as he stands up, the guards come out and they kind of come to his side.
Good Sovereign, if I could have a moment. Did I hear correctly that Lord and Lady Briarwood were in town?
They were but a week ago.
They were but a week ago, and they've left, have they?
Yes. Do you know of Lord and Lady Briarwood?
Oh, just in passing. Did they have business in town? Was there something in particular? I'm just curious. It doesn't really matter. It does matter, but not particularly.
It was relatively routine. We're establishing an official trade route through the northeast, spanning the Boreal Plain to Whitestone.
Oh.
They inherited the region after the unfortunate demise of the Dirola family.
Yes.
However, our ambassador has noted that they've rebuilt rather well and honored the memory of the family, and they're really committed to re-establishing the foothold of Whitestone in the north, and so they came here on a diplomatic mission to open trade.
Oh, that's nice. I would love to. Please keep it quiet. But if I could be notified if they're coming through again, I would very much like to surprise them, if that would be possible.
Am I standing next to Percy? Am I hearing this?
Yes.
Okay, good.
So, it just old business. It would be very interesting to see them again.
For the sake of this conversation, I'm going to ask you to roll a deception check.
Okay.
Ooh.
Natural 20.
On the new pretty die.
Don't fuck with me.
The Sovereign gives... certainly. Very well. I will notify you should they come through again.
Deeply honored by your thoughts, sir. Thank you.
No worries.
At the end of this conversation, I'm going to rip off a piece of the scroll transcription. I'm going to approach. When you do, all you do is write the message to this, and we will receive it. It's enchanted parchment, and I will receive the message. So
he gives us I know how things work. But yes, thank you. And as you present it, he kind of walks by, and one of his guards takes it from you and kind of gives you a nod. And they exit the chambers. You guys are escorted out into the main hallway at the palace. And as the rest of the council scatters amongst the palace proper, you're all left. The doors close behind you in the echoing hallways towards the central left side of the palace.
Percy,
I'm fine.
you're sweating.
Okay.
I know.
Why are you sweating?
It's hot.
What happened?
Nothing. The
It's
sun
about-
comes up and it gets very hot. I'll tell you later.
okay, very good.
There's a discussion for later. There's more important things.
Okay.
Horns.
Kima and Allura are near you, at which point Kima looks at the rest of you and says, I apologize. I have to figure this out now. So I'm going to go head to the nearest temple of Bahamut and see if we can reach out quickly.
So what should we do?
That's up to you. She looks to Allura, kind of questioning. Allura goes, well, in the event of this this blessed chamber arriving, you'll be notified. We will request your presence to bring the artifact in question, seal it, and then we will begin our journey over to its place of hopeful destruction and/or proper banishment.
Would you like anyone to go with you, or you just want to go alone?
To
go work out the details of all of this?
Allura kind of says, for me, it's just preparation of the arcane transference ritual. I'm going to go meet with a friend of mine over in Alstania.
I will say we haven't replenished our potions yet, and we could
should
go.
we go to visit our old friend?
We could
Gilmore?
go. We could go to Gilmore's.
Gilmore's glorious.
I would
Woods?
feel much better
So
with
wait,
a
so
visit to
you
Gilmore's.
you essentially just want us to wait?
You, whatever business you need to get done, it should take no more than 2 days to get this
2
taken
days?
care of. 2 days.
You guys, we have a weekend!
This is Allura and Kima who are here.
Yeah, they're the only
right?
two who stayed behind with you guys outside
Yeah.
of the council chambers.
I take Pike by the hand and I walk over to Kima, and they're short, so I kneel down, and I say to the both of them, I've never pretended to be a man of the cloth. I know little of the gods, but the brush we had down below has left me shaken. What can the gods tell us? The gods stick their noses into our doings whenever it pleases them. Are they not here? Have they anything to say for what is happening now?
I'm with this guy. High five, Vax.
At which point, if you wish to respond immediately, you may.
Well, I just know I tried to have a response from my god down below, and she didn't really respond the way I would like for her to, but maybe things will be different. What were you going to say?
At which point, Kima kind of looks to you at what you just said with a look of curious worry and says,
Ooh.
"Well, if what you say is your faith has been shaken, there is always room at the Temple of Bahamut to find redemption, strength, and guidance. You realize the platinum."
She's trying to get you to come to her church. She's
Just-
trying to
There's a
convert.
leaflet.
She's trying to convert. Get the leaflet.
The Platinum Dragon has guided much of civilization's growth, expansion, and survival for thousands of years. The eternal battle between him and the darkness that is Tiamat and the chaos
With all
beyond that.
due respect,
That is good
Kima.
news. It's very good
I
news.
don't think that was Vax's question.
To get to the point, I apologize. The gods are many, and the gods have been at war for as long as we exist. There are some that believe that we are nothing but the aftermath of their squabbles. But nevertheless, there is much good in this world that guides us to our ultimate destiny. And if you yourself feel that you're lost amongst this chaos, don't ever be afraid to stop in and ask a few questions.
I was just wondering if I could ask you to ask them to maybe help. I would never think to ask the gods for help if I wanted a shiny new sword or a pile of riches, but this is something different.
Unless they could get us a pile of riches.
Or a shining sword.
Good point.
At which point, Kima laughs or something. I mean, there are benefits to being of the order. Kima, who does not have an accent, did not say it that way. Too many NPCs in my head right now. She goes, but you know, understand, whenever I felt lost, which is often, it's good to have that guiding warmth to turn to. And sometimes it brings you into a subterranean mountain being tortured by dwarves. Sometimes it guides you to new friends and allies. Strange the way the gods work, but when you put your all into it, they've kept me alive so far.
That's a really good point. I guess that's a positive way to look at it.
I really like long walks in the forest when I'm feeling disconnected.
That works too, you know?
Allura steps up.
Lady Kima, do the gods allow you to have relationships?
Kima, you ask this, and she kind of gives you a look of confusion, and then, I mean, she already has kind of a darker complexion for a halfling, but her cheeks grow noticeably ruddier, and she kind of averts gaze.
I start trying to do my best vax swing.
I'm Vax.
A vax swing.
She kind of averts gaze. As far as I know, it is not a vow of chastity within the order.
So you're saying there's a chance.
she still is kind of looking away. She looks away and kind of looks to the rest of you, looks to Allura, looks to you again, and then goes, I really have to get to work on this. And she kind of leaves the group and kind of continues down the hallway. Quick steps.
A lot of math involved in that equation.
Yeah.
Allura kind of chuckles to herself and steps into the place where she was and goes,
Try not to solve the puzzle.
she goes, oh, as a note.
Waste of time, I already know.
Be careful who you ask those questions to. You may get an earful. And Allura kind of smiles and motions towards Kima. I mean, don't get me wrong, you're more than welcome to explore as you like, but that's a rabbit hole, my friend.
Oh, rabbit hole, is that what we're calling it these days?
You feel a gentle slap from some unknown arcane force across your cheek, Rog. And Allura gives you a stern glare.
Oh, don't talk about her girl that way.
I'm not going to take my errands off.
Anyway. So 2 days, we'll call for you when the item is to be transferred and probably brought to its destination. In the meantime, prepare as you see fit, enjoy this well-earned rest, and we'll take it from there. I have much travel to do myself. See you all very soon. And she begins to step up the hallway. As she steps up the hallway, you can see there's kind of a light yellowish glow about her form, and then with a sudden flash of white light, Allura's just gone.
So, guys, I'm thinking we take a local tour of all of the historical highlights of Iman. We've never really gone for like sightseeing, and then maybe we can catch a nice dinner in the city tonight.
It's getting so late.
It's like 1 p.m. We've got the whole day.
It feels like 8. It really feels so late.
I picked up one of these pamphlets while we were in the palace, and apparently there's a nice a natural history museum.
Gilmore's?
What is a pamphlet?
Gilmore.
Oh, a lot of paper.
Gilmore's. I'll be at Gilmore's.
Oh, it's like a mini book.
It's like a tiny scroll.
It has pictures.
Yes.
Look, Percy.
Doesn't the Natural History
Already
Museum
heading
look
towards
nice?
Gilmore's.
Yeah,
All right.
I'm following
So
Percy.
as you guys exit,
Gilmore's too.
Oh,
all right, you guys exit and find your way,
shopping.
Exiting the palace in the Cloudtop district, to make your way to Abadar's Promenade to enter and reunite with your good friend Gilmore. We're going to take this moment to take a break, so we're going to use the restroom, get some food.
We're at 2. Are we at 2 more?
Oh, it's giveaway time. All right, we hit our next giveaway, so we'll do that first. All right, so we have. Oh no.
What's funny?
Let's see. Snugglelord! It's a Snugglelord variant!
Here is your Snugglelord.
Come through a hole in the floor. There he is.
Yay! Snugglelord has returned!
If I had a hole.
No, not the horns of
There is
Orcus!
Snugglelord right there.
We hit our second giveaway.
Yeah!
We're gonna give one of these away. All you have to do is be active in the chat room, guys. So if you're watching full screen, get out of full screen, be active. Oh, she can't see it, can she?
No, you can see it though.
Let's see.
Oh.
Yeah, can you see it? You gotta tilt it down a bit.
It's so
Oh,
cute.
hey. Oh, great.
That's great.
All right, guys, be active in the chat room. We're gonna let these guys take a break. When we come back from the break, we'll announce the winner.
Here, will you? Okay, do we have a word?
Oh,
A word?
yeah.
Here,
Go
we'll
for it.
use the word commissar props in the chat room.
Well, I'll have to go set it up. Okay, I gotta run.
Go do it,
So set it up.
Zach.
So hold that thought
Commissar
until he
props.
starts it. The word will be commissar props.
Say commissar props, and definitely go follow Kai
ones will be yours.
on Instagram and on Facebook, because he was awesome enough to make us these horns for us.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Stalk
go.
him, please.
You yourself
Instagram and Facebook. That's where all
yourself
the pretty pictures are.
can be corrupted by the evil of Orcus.
You yourself could be corrupted if you go find them.
Watch him while he sleeps.
Yes.
Right.
You and Rhymes with Orange can be the two keepers of the two horns of Orcus
Yes.
and bring ruin to the entire world of Exandria. So that could be you. Anyway, we're taking a break. We'll see you guys back here in a little over 10 minutes. And we'll continue as they head towards, oh God, we're heading to Gilmore's Glorious Goods.
Gilmore's!
All right, I gotta prepare. See you soon, guys.
Gilmore!
Hey guys, welcome back. We're about to get into some game time again here in a second, but first we have our second winner to win the second Horn of Orcus for the evening's giveaway. Really excited to announce that the winner of the second Player's Handbook signed by the group, the dice kit, as well as this horn, is Ember72. Ember72, congratulations!
Ember72!
That's awesome. Really, really stoked. We now have both of these horns given away. And while these are the only horns of Orcus that'll be out there, our fantastic prop master over here, Kai, Commissar Props, will be working with us in the future to do more Critical Role-based prop giveaways. And once again, definitely check out his work. He's an amazing, amazing fabricator and prop master.
Those are the only two?
These are the only two that are going to go out.
They're the only
That's
two
really
in the world.
At 3,600, we'll do the starter kit, T-shirt.
That sounded insincere, but I really meant it.
Yeah.
It did sound insincere.
I want one.
I mean, we'll see. We'll see. Like somewhere down the road, if we want to put out more stuff, like we'll see. But right now, these are just like an exclusive giveaway. Excited for those two guys. So everyone, once again, for Rhymes with Orange and Ember72, congratulations on those bits.
Maybe if you follow Commissar Props, we'll do another giveaway to the people who followed him.
Pimping friends out because they do awesome work. Yes. So congratulations on that. If we get to 3,600, we're going to be doing some dance after the show. So hopefully we can hit that subscriber number tonight. Plus giveaway. Plus the signed T-shirt, the dice box, starter kit. So
Why do we have to do
good stuff.
I have nothing to do tomorrow.
All right. So bringing us back to the game. So you guys, you make your way outside of the Castletop district into the center of Iman proper, returning to Abadar's Promenade, which is the largest central section of the city, where most of the mercantile itself seems to have, gathered and been a serious conglomerate of all business in this city happens. Those who like a quick little visual idea of the city here, this is Iman, right there. It's a small little. There is an amazing printout of this that Laura and Travis have framed and put up in their room. Sometime we'll have to go ahead and bring on the show and show
We're
you
gonna
guys.
bring it to put on the set, though, at some point.
Yeah, we'll have it too. So, but anyways, the Castletop district is here, the inner portion, and you guys have made your way out south to the central district, and then towards Abadar's Promenade, which is right over here. So you guys would have gone this way, actually. So you're out to Abadar's Promenade on the far eastern side of Iman, where you eventually find your way to the outskirts of your favorite purveyor of arcane mystical artifacts, Sean Gilmore himself.
Sean Gilmore.
So as you guys,
His first name?
I know, I didn't know Sean was his first name either.
Yeah.
Me either.
Not been paying attention.
Sean Gilmore, but you've always called him Gilmore.
We're on first name basis now, guys.
No one's on first name basis with Gilmore.
We are.
Gilmore is Gilmore.
Except for maybe Vax.
Except maybe Vax. So, at this point now, you're pushing about 2 in the afternoon. It's extremely busy. You can hear the clopping of horse hooves in the ground. People are walking past, and you swear as you're stepping through the city, maybe a handful of people kind of stop and watch you guys walk through, stunned, and almost like they'd seen a celebrity on the street. As the most recent makeup of the Winter's Crest Festival was a celebration of you being the heroes who saved the city of Iman and the sovereign and his family. Apparently, you are now recognizable within the city of Iman.
My sister winks.
All right, so Vax wills Vex to wink. Wex, do you accept this wink from your brother?
I do.
All right.
The other way.
Perfect. There you go.
Just let it roar.
Perfect. We've lined it up. As you walk across the main thoroughfare, you make your way to the the wide but single-story building that is Gilmore's Glorious Goods. It's of all the various shades of brown and red and brick that makes up a lot of these buildings, Gilmore's Glorious Goods is presented in fine, deep blue and purple fabrics and a paint scheme that would look like the worst funhouse to enter. Worst or best, depending on your opinion. The entranceway is not a door, but a series of hanging beads and large cloth drapes that are kind of gently falling to be brushed aside as you enter. It's not as big as you remember or recall, you seemingly, but then as you step through the front doors, you remember why. Much like the TARDIS, the interior of the Gilmore's Goods is bigger on the inside. There is a magical enchantment based in this building where the interior is actually a 2-story and much larger place of business. Immediately, the smells of incense and fine perfumes kind of assault your nose like a terrible medieval Sephora
It's like coming home.
Medieval Sephora.
Medieval Sephora.
A series of a series of magically flickering, ever-burning candles adorn sconces along the walls. You can see there are glass cases set out in the center of the room. There is the long wooden bar in the far end, which has itself its own beaded curtain that is closed. And there are 3 employees of Gilmore's Glorious Goods in their ceremonial blue and purple robes that match the exterior, kind of just staring about, while there are a number of other possible customers that are kind of just looking about. There's numerous bookshelves along the walls. You can see there is, up next to the stairway on the far left side of this floor, there is an herbalist who specializes in dried herbs and sales in that regard. You haven't been to the upstairs yet in this complex, but you now are standing back in the comfortable, although slightly offensive to your senses, interior of Gilmore's Glorious Goods.
I'm scanning the entire store for him. I want to find him.
Oh, he's not currently visible.
Oh! He's not here.
He's not visible. He's not in the main room. No.
Visible.
Alright.
He has his private
Brother.
office.
Yes.
Yes.
You should get that that evil Clarota helmet checked out and see what all good it does us.
Got this one. Ding, ding, ding.
Yep, that one.
Yes.
Vax.
Yes.
I say you be the point man here.
I think so.
I would agree.
Really good.
I second that notion.
Yes.
Yes.
Quintuplet.
In fact, yeah, the twinsies. Twinsies.
Start looking around, start shopping. Don't pay for anything yet because I have an arrangement.
You can get a little discount.
I go up to I go up to Vax and I just put my hands on his shoulders and I say, "You got this." And I cast enhance ability on him
Yeah.
for charisma, I guess. I'm
Just
assuming.
make my hair even glossier than it is.
Yeah, and I give him a little bit of the dad thumb.
I know that though.
Yeah.
Dad
Wipe
thumb.
wipe the morning breakfast off of him before I send him on to school. And I give him a little love tap on his behind and send him on his way.
Shoulder massage.
Alrighty. So
So you have advantage rolls.
Is there
on
like
charisma
a
rolls.
front desk or sort of?
yeah, on the far back side there is a very long, well-crafted kind of dark wood desk that is adorned with looks like small alchemical components, glass tubing, and be a bit louder with those red vines.
Sorry.
I'm good, thank you. We're good. We're good. You can see there are a number of glass containers and small corked vials.
I'm sorry, it's like, shh, he's looking for Gilmore. They're gonna flirt together.
It's like watching a movie.
Sorry.
It's all right. There are some books stacked up, and there is a small embedded glass case that seems to have a couple of items that are under like a purplish maroon velvet piece of material that's currently covering them. And there is that kind of beaded curtain with strips of material that block the back room.
Okay, and there's a person manning the.
No, not currently. It is just an empty desk.
Is there a bell or anything?
There is a bell.
Yeah. Ding, ding, ding.
As you hit the bell, one of the employees, kind of who's helping somebody, looks around and goes, "Oh, I'm sorry." And what you see is looks to be the half-elven woman with thick spectacles, who is currently stepping over to try and stop you. However, the beaded curtain swishes open with the grandiose gesture of one slightly meaty hand, and stepping out in his fine gold-trimmed purple robes, his longish, thick, black coarse hair pulled into a nice ponytail, smoothly shaved face with a slight little hint of a braided goatee that dangles about 3 inches from his chin.
Will you remind me? Sorry, DM, because it's been a while. Gilmore's a good-looking man, though. Isn't he?
Yeah, he's handsome.
Yeah.
Is the braid new? Is that a new addition?
So handsome,
Oh,
Vax.
the braid's new. He decided to rock the braid.
He's
Go for it.
Gilmore's a very handsome gentleman.
See you guys now.
I would say he's not like fit and muscular.
Right,
He is a handsome, comfortably jovial gentleman.
I'm picturing Jeremy Irons in a wizard's robe.
Kind of. Imagine him with a little more punch.
Okay.
But very charismatic, and open chest to his vest with a number of gold chains and medallions that kind of dangle around.
I feel you.
It's almost like a wizard's tracksuit. Ruined it for me, man.
And it's dead.
No.
Please tell me it says like arcane on the butt.
No. No, he's very well dressed, but his presentation is definitely a presentation. As the hand swishes open, he goes, "I'm sorry, was I being summoned?"
Yes.
He immediately looks at
Yes.
Oh, you've returned.
Gilmore, you glorious bastard! How have you been?
He immediately rushes to the edge and kind of like leans over the counter to give you a grandiose hug and actually lifts you off your feet. Much stronger than you anticipated. He goes, "Oh, Vaxalia, it's been far too long." He sets you down next to him behind the counter and gives you a big hug, strong wizard arms around you, a scent of it's almost like fine herbs with like a hint of patchouli kind of hit your nose.
You naughty man! You just called me by my sister's name. That is going to cost you.
He said, I said Vax! What do you mean? That's ridiculous, preposterous.
Vexalia, can we go to the videotape? Anyone?
Actually,
Instant replay.
Actually, Vax, he was correct. He said your name correctly. I believe you owe him a little something.
I think
now.
it was actually
Don't
a
you
little bit
dare
of
me.
it was a little bit of combination, a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B. I think he called you Vexalia.
Water under the bridge.
Or Vaxalia.
That's what
I
he
think
said.
That's what he called
He's
you.
going to call you Vaxalia, which I
So
call
I
him in my
lean
sleep.
in. Shut up, you. I lean in.
He looks genuinely like perturbed and embarrassed by the whole circumstance. He's like,
I lean in, I pat him on the hand. Don't you worry. We have come from far and away. You would not believe the shit we have been through.
Really?
But I don't want to talk about me, I want to talk about you. What has been going on in this city since we've been gone?
Well, and he kind of looks about the rest of you and says, obviously you've brought the rest of your friends here. Come, sit, story time! Please sit around.
Fantastic. Fantastic.
We have been doing marvelously. Trade has opened up wide and long. We've had travelers from all over Tal'Dorei and beyond. It's incredible. I'm in the process of planning an expansion to the town. Perhaps even, get this, opening a second store in Westruun.
You're going to own a chain?
Congratulations! That is a big step for any businessman.
Spectacular. But yes, no, I have been able to take on 2 more Arcanists. We've been in the process of designing some more interesting, wondrous items. We have stocked many of our recent possible and available items. We are doing quite well for ourselves.
Are you looking for investors, Gilmore?
I mean, I technically am your investor in a way.
Oh.
It is.
True, we are sponsored by him.
But, I mean, if you have the money and wish to sponsor our business, that's a whole nother discussion.
I just wanted you to talk to me for a little bit. Vax, take it away.
Dragonborn. But yes, how about yourselves? You look like you've, he kind of gives you all look over and look like you've maybe not slept in a fortnight.
Well, we're lucky we're not dead. They came close a couple of times. We were off on official business for the Emperor. We've been underground for weeks and weeks. We've only seen the sun for a couple of days.
Oh, that kind of a weekend. Yes. I know how that goes.
Needless to say, our stores are terribly depleted. We are going to need to stock up a bit before we head out of town again. I don't want to rush things, though. I think my friends probably want to shop about. My sister can probably handle things for me. I would love to take a stroll with you around the city. Get a bit of lunch to bite and hear about what's been happening. Hear the rumors of town. We all know nobody matches your shrewdness in business. That's no surprise. But I'm wondering what you've heard. What's on the wind? Can you take the afternoon off?
He looks over at the same half-elven woman who was trying to stop her earlier, and she kind of gives a look of like, what's he going to say? Like, no one's ever asked him this question. And he goes, for you? Of course.
Mandate, go for it.
Don't worry, Gilmore. We'll take wonderful care of your employees.
Oh, well, if you wish to do business, why not do that now?
We need to shop around first, of course.
Very well. Very well.
And we're so curious as any of these interesting and fascinating things that you've developed in the several weeks since it's been that we've been here. We'd love to see what you've been working on.
Very well. Sherry! And the same one of us kind of heard her shoulders drop.
Yes, Gilmore.
Would you be so kind as to see to whatever our friends need? These are Vox Machina, by the way. They are currently sponsored by Gilmore's Glorious Goods Incorporated, and I would very much like to make sure that they are taken care of.
Yes, sir. I'll make sure that happens.
So, shall we?
I think this will take a while. Let's. And I
Have
look
a
to
wonderful time, brother.
I look to my sister as we go, and just get what I need, will you?
Of course.
Thank you. And stroll out the door with Gilmore. Have at it, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes!
All right.
We'll leave dinner on the stove for you.
So Shirley kind of looks at us and goes, as they leave us,
So you're all friends of Gilmore, then?
Yes.
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 I mean, what, business
Absolutely.
friends.
Yeah.
Business friends. All
We're
right, all right.
mutual fans of one another, if
All right.
you will.
she kind of adjusts her glasses.
Then let's continue with the business. What are you seeking? What do you need? What are you looking for?
I don't know. We like all kinds of things.
Well, we definitely need potions.
Potions, those can be provided.
Some
What kind
health
of
potions.
Health potions, yes.
Health
Potions of healing can be provided.
What do you have right now?
And she kind of goes behind the counter for a second and kind of mumbles through some stuff, goes in the back room, comes back out with a wooden crate, pretty much, and you hear the glass jingling inside as she moves it, sets on the counter with a ting. They all eventually come to rest. She goes,
All right, looking through here, looks like we have about 12 regular potions of healing. We have 6 of greater healing, and it looks like 3 of superior healing.
We'll take the
What's
lot.
the superior healing again?
Superior healing, let's see, currently those go for about, and she kind of looks at the price book going through, those will run you,
and as I go through my price book,
we keep getting turned
We
to
are
stone.
sponsored.
We do keep getting
We do keep getting turned to stone. This has been a problem, and it's been sticking around a bit. I feel like we should maybe take some precautions
Yeah,
for
maybe
the next,
some-
for the inevitable next time this happens.
Yeah.
that would be 1,500 gold pieces per superior.
Is that with our sponsorship prices?
Right, you mentioned you're sponsored, so that would be
Yeah.
a 10% discount. So that would bring it to about 1,350. Should you wish to purchase them individually?
Okay.
I definitely need one of those.
Wait. How much if we're purchasing them individually?
1,350 gold pieces per superior healing potion.
How much for the lot?
And if we buy in bulk, what can you bring it down to?
If you buy all 3,
1,000 each?
I'm sorry, you've already been given the discount via Gilmore. That price stands as it is. If you buy in bulk, let's say you buy the 3 remaining items, I'll give you, let's say, 1,200 apiece. And even that I'll probably get in trouble for, but he seems to like you.
1,200 apiece. Yes?
Yeah, we'll take that.
That's good.
Very well.
Superior.
So, 3,600 gold pieces, 3 superior are yours. And she kind of pulls them out of the crate and slides them across, and they are these thick, very heavily made glass vials with these like small glass handles on the side. You can see the interior. The liquid itself is kind of a reddish purple, almost blood color, but there's a goldish sheen as you kind of shake it in the light. You can see there's like a spark of kind of divine glow to it.
Like Goldschlager.
Classic.
Kind of, yeah. It's the worst of healing Goldschlager. Is that all you require? Is there any more?
Cranberry Goldschlager.
Do you sell any love potions?
she gives you the blank stare and goes, no.
Right, well, sorry for asking, jeez.
I would also say we should take the 6 superior healing potions as well.
Oh, absolutely.
The greater ones.
Greater.
Oh wait, what did we just buy? We didn't buy superior?
3 superior.
We bought the 3 superior. We should also get the 6 greater
3
healing
superior.
potions.
6 greater, alright. How much is that?
Those are 500 apiece. With your discount, that would be 450 apiece.
But if we're buying all 6, 400 apiece is a very good price.
No, this
Roll
is the best
persuasion
I miss.
check.
Persuasion check, persuasion check, persuasion check.
Bex hasn't had a chance to haggle on it since the show started.
Yeah, it's been
All she used to do before this show was haggle.
We used to like take food breaks.
See what I got you.
Well, she haggles.
What is that?
No!
14.
14? She goes,
Let's call it an even 425 gold pieces each.
I like this.
Yes.
I'm comfortable with that.
All right.
25 times.
brings out her arcane calculator.
Her arcane calculator. Once again,
that'll
our
be
charity.
2,550 gold pieces.
Alright.
And she pulls out the 6 that are there, and she kind of slides them over the counter to you. One kind of tips over, but she catches it.
No. Are we good
Leaves
now?
them there at the far end.
Careful, careful.
They're
Yeah, I
fine.
think that's
They can take a beating. They're designed that way.
And so can I.
She pushes her glasses up and looks vastly unimpressed in the presentation.
How much were the superiors again?
The superiors were 1,500, brought down to 1,200 apiece because we bought them in
1,200.
bulk. Yes.
Which came to 36?
36.
Yeah.
So do you have anything? We keep getting turned into stone. It's been sort of a running theme. We were hoping you might have something to help alleviate stone skin or any of this.
We do have potions of petrification removal.
Yes, petrification.
I think. Let me check. And she goes in the back room. Rummages around for the minute, comes out, and she presents 2 of them. They have a clear liquid inside. It looks almost like dirty water. And they're like thin little vials. She goes, these potions, when applied to the flesh, will more of an oil, I guess you would say, removes the affliction of petrification. These do cost 750 gold apiece.
We have greater restoration from Pike, and she can cure.
Oh, then you'll find them. And she takes
How many potions are there?
But in the heat of the moment.
In the heat of the moment, though, it might come quite
By
in
then.
handy.
A stone grog.
It takes her. It takes her a day to learn that, and she can only do it like once or twice.
I think
she has
we
other
need
spells that she needs to do.
I'd rather have the potions than the gold. To be fair.
I mean, just get one.
And we
I
haven't
should
discussed
learn
our
how to make
discount.
potions.
Get
I should
those.
learn how to make potions.
We haven't had
I should
access.
learn this.
We haven't had access to these.
Money is
Get-
meant for spending.
Do we want to take one?
We take both.
I actually say we take both.
Not that I'm here.
Take both. 750 was not the discounted price, though.
No.
She gives you another look of like. She adjusts her glasses.
To be fair, we are spending a lot, right? Overall, so
Overall.
you know.
Yeah, we're just they're making
That
a lot
would
of
come to 1,350.
1350.
We'll take it.
1,300. Remember, we're very good friends with the Almors. He said to treat us well.
Make another persuasion roll. Using my new fan dice. Awesome.
Oh,
Thank
that
you.
was really good. That would be 21.
Ah, it's a good thing. She gives you a look as.
I don't like you. 1,300.
1,300.
Don't
Lovely.
tell you.
Thank you.
Sherry. It was Sherry, right?
Yeah.
Sherry. Do you have any like books on like how to learn how to start making your own potions? Or do you know of any classes in town where maybe I can sign up for like a potion workshop?
Nothing here, but that's not a bad idea. I might run that past Gilmore.
You should offer a workshop.
You should absolutely
That's
offer a
not bad
workshop.
idea. Otherwise, the Lyceum would be the place to learn.
The Lyceum.
Yes.
Okay.
Do you have any potions of strength or any ability potions?
She
available?
leaves for a second. Comes back and goes, "No, I'm afraid those were all purchased. However, we may have more in a few weeks or so. They take some time to create, and the ingredients are a little bit scarce. However, trade is opening. Perhaps.
Someone purchased all of your potion of strength potions?
Yes.
Oh. How many did you have?
We had 4, I believe, of varying giant strength types.
One person did, or it was just a bunch of people just
It was a
buying?
handful over the period of time.
Oh.
I'm gonna hand her also a ticket of scroll of telescription. Be like, when it comes in, please write that it has, and I will be notified via this parchment.
Very well. She folds it and kind of like places it in a little cubby on the side.
Thank you.
Is there anything else you require? We have many magical, various armaments and or protective items.
Oh, armaments, yeah. What kind of armaments you got?
If you'll follow me, and she leads you up the stairway to the second floor. The second floor itself is just a series of glass cases that are leaned at an angle. Within these cases, you can see there are different items just kind of laid out with small labels at the bottom with a brief description of the enchantment. And she leads you across. She goes, first we'll start here with the ring section, and you can see there's a small case that has along this kind of purplish velvet pillow, a bunch of different rings set out. She goes, we have varying degrees of rings of protection. These rings are designed to protect the individual who wears. We have one with a basic enchantment and one with one step higher above that. It'd be the equivalent of a ring of protection plus 2. That ring runs 6,500 gold. We have a ring of psychic resistance that does protect yourself from various mental intrusions. We have a ring of evasion that can be utilized 3 times a day per se, or 1 to 3 times a day. That would, should one of you not be quite quick enough to avoid any sort of incoming danger, you could allow yourself a successful escape. That one runs 4,500. We also have a ring of water walking. This one has been popular in the past for some various traveling troops that wish to do various performances that require defying the surface of water. I guess it's a bit shifty now that I think about it, but whatever. Peasantry seems easily pleased.
It's like, wait.
So those are our rings at the moment. Should any of those tickle your fancy, please do let me know. Here, and she kind of points over, there is a thick leather belt with like 3 straps across that looks finely well made with, looks like kind of square runic carvings on the side. This is what is referred to, and this was an import actually from Craghammer that we've had in here for quite some time, a belt of dwarven kind. This belt, when adorned, does increase the physical hardiness of the individual, as well as giving them positive interaction with other dwarves. We haven't fully tested it yet, but apparently it seems to also resist against poison intrusion on one's body. It allows you to see better in dark places, and apparently grants you the capability of speaking, reading, and writing Dwarvish.
Oh, wow.
I need that.
This is 5,000 gold.
I bet that's very...
1 month ago you needed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the first ring?
The first ring is a ring of protection.
+2, right?
Essentially it gives a +2 bonus to AC and saving throws.
Okay.
It's really good.
What was the evasion?
Oh, that one. That's the ring of evasion.
Yes, what was that?
It has 3 charges, and it regains 1d3 charges per day. When you fail a dexterity saving throw while wearing it, you can use your reaction to expend a charge and auto-succeed on the saving throw instead. Good for people who have low dexterity.
The one that protects you psychically, could you repeat that one on the menu, please?
The Ring of Psychic Resistance.
Oh god.
It gives you resistance to psychic damage. So anyone does damage that is psychic-based, you take half damage.
That's not quite it.
Well, it's not good.
No, it's not quite the same thing.
Not even for me.
Do you have anything that can make Grog smarter?
Well, fuck off.
She looks over him for a moment and goes, no. No, we don't.
Maybe any crayons so he could be occupied.
We have colored writing implements for children if you'd like.
I mean,
yes, please.
I saw a few children in town. Maybe they would like them.
She goes back downstairs and comes back in a moment, and she presents these 2 small boxes that contain small colored wax things. And you can see on the outside it has a picture of Gilmore, and he's doing this. It says Gilmore's Glorious Colored Sticks.
Of course.
It says,
of course.
These are usually reserved for the children of our customers, so if the children will enjoy it, enjoy.
I'll take one of those, please.
Yes,
I mean,
trust
the
me.
colors are quite nice.
The children will.
5 gold pieces apiece.
5 gold pieces a piece? I thought they were free, like when you go to an O'Charlie's or an Applebee's.
What's an Applebee's?
It's some hellhole apparently near where you used to live.
It's one of the layers of the abyss. It's like around.
It is one of the layers of the abyss.
It's like layer 943 and
it's getting pretty low. Yeah.
So I've been talking with Scanlan, and I know he was was interested in the +2 AC ring.
Yeah, I think
The
we
ring
should
of
pick that up
protection.
for sure.
Alright,
What's the price on that?
That's 6,500 gold pieces for that.
Okay.
With your discount, that would bring it. Looks back once again at her magic calculator. I'm an actor. That's
an abacus.
Exactly. That brings it 58.50.
Well, he does have this amazing ruby gem. He was maybe thinking of either trading that for, maybe bringing down the price.
Do we know how much that was worth? Scanlan looked at his sheet and found what it's worth.
Scanlan.
Scanlan.
Speak up. How much?
Do you know how much the ruby is worth?
I believe you wrote it down. He's been talking quietly.
There was a diamond also that was repaired in the mending wheel.
It's true.
Are you okay?
There
Look that
was
up
a
as well in the
diamond.
notes.
Vex, do you remember how much that diamond was worth? Who's got that diamond?
It's in the
Oh,
back.
no, we lost them.
We lost them.
Oh no!
Redial.
Oh.
This is important!
I got it.
How much is the diamond worth?
We never got the praise.
Regardless, he says, other things of interest. I have nothing that would make him smarter. But I can make him quicker.
This is so period. It's just like Lord of the Rings.
Magical sending stones, yeah?
God damn it!
Answer.
Answer your face
Answer,
time.
bitches.
Vex.
See, I hate when you call and you know that they're there and they don't pick up.
Alright, well, I'm not here anyway, so I'm just gonna keep doing this. You guys, as
We'll
you
come
were-
to it. Regardless,
You're there.
she continues on, showing through. She goes, well, I don't have anything that would necessarily make him smarter. We do have something that would make anyone quicker. And she goes to another second. There was a big, thick leather tome. This is an ancient tome that was enchanted many generations back. Upon properly reading and studying this tome, one could increase their physical dexterity permanently.
Ooh. I like that.
It only has its power once a century, so it does come quite pricey.
What is that price?
1,500 gold pieces.
We should buy that.
What?
We should probably buy it.
A tome that increases your
It's on my
dexterity.
phone
Plus
now.
one.
Gotta switch.
When you
That's
read it.
okay.
The ring of that. What was it? The ring of the
So that there is the manual of quickness of action. We also have the hat of disguise, and she produces this like
Oh.
She produces this fine brass cap that has kind of intricate swirling runes on it, and what looks like a small set of ears that are kind of pushing the sides. When it fits in the head, it looks almost like a smaller head on top of ears. She says, this cap when worn, however, one can alter their appearance, however they see fit. We also have, and she pulls out this thick leather armor that has kind of a brownish with blue trim hue to it. This is referred to as cold snap leather armor. It has an enchantment to improve one's armor class by 2. While wearing it, you have resistance to cold damage.
Is it leather armor you said?
Leather armor, yes.
How much is that?
That is 7,500 gold pieces. We also have the Cape of Montbank. It is a cape that, when triggered, and she kind of takes it and shifts it for a second, you can see a little bit of smoke kind of plumes off of it. It smells kind of sulfurish. While wearing it, you can use it to teleport yourself a short distance instantaneously, once per day. We have this, and she pulls another dark cloak off the wall. And this one, it looks like it's made of dark fur, but as she shakes it, you can see these 2 little tendrils are on it. They kind of like wiggle about with these little kind of spiked edges to the tendrils. This is a cloak of displacement, enchanted and taken from the body of a displacer beast. Wearing it makes it so your body projects an illusion. Anyone attempting to cause you harm has difficulty actually finding purchase on your physical form, not knowing where you truly stand.
I will take that cape.
That is 4,500 gold pieces.
Wonderful. Vex. Oh shit.
I'll put this aside as a possibility. We have a pearl of power. And she pulls up from this small box. She opens up the top lid. This enchanted pearl, you can use it to speak a command word and regain 1 expended spell slot up to 3rd level that you've already used. Once you've used the pearl, it can't be used again to the next dawn. So once per day, you can just return. So it's for your caster types.
A 3rd level spell?
Yes, up to 3rd level. 1 spell slot immediately restored. It does require attunement, however, and you can't have more than 3 items attuned to you, so be aware of your limitations.
What's the price on that one?
This is 550 gold pieces.
Pike, do you have any 3rd level healing spells?
Do I have 3rd level healing spells? I do.
put it aside as a possibility. I also have, and we move over to we're going through the armor section as well. She goes, I have a mithril chain shirt, as well as an enchanted mithril chain shirt that has a +1 enchantment on it as well. They are flexible and can be worn on normal clothing. It does not impose disadvantage on dexterity or stealth checks, and is considered light armor. There is golden chainmail. It's a +1 enchantment. Then she goes to looks to be a series of weapons. Wow. She brings forth a very fine-looking dagger. It has
Everyone hears from the back Scallum's voice piping up saying, "Just buy all this shit."
Just buy all this shit.
Buy everything.
How much money did we have? Didn't we have like at least
30-ish. I mean, I'm not here, but
And you still have money you haven't collected in Crackhammer too.
Huh?
There's money you still haven't collected in Crackhammer.
What?
Lord Nostock Greyspine, you guys made a deal with him before you went down into the
yeah.
caves.
So we could maybe open up a line. I'm sure you guys could open up a line of credit with my buddy Gilmore.
A line of credit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
An IOU. Once we're
stuff
back
out.
from our date, yeah.
So we got like roughly 30k?
In our possession now, yeah.
Yeah, well, we have
31.
We have over that because Vex and Grog are with us, and they have
like 10 times.
And this is wait, it's stupid.
It's a shame they have all the money. So we'll just keep track of what you guys spend and bring it back to Vex, your treasurer, and she'll be really angry that you guys spent all the money.
She's trying. It's coming up on my phone.
Ridiculous that we don't know how much the total is.
Well, we generally would if, our party is here. She can't tell us at this moment.
It's well over 30. I think we have closer to 50. Maybe 40.
So she presents this dagger.
Well, we don't wanna
says this is a
read
fine
all of our
fine
thoughts.
dagger. The blood groups
We also
themselves are
spent a
enchanted.
lot on the keep. Don't forget that. We dumped a lot of money into the keep.
Yeah, you did.
So
right.
we might have more like 30.
Yeah, you guys spent quite a bit on the keep. All right.
What's this dagger?
This dagger actually can take the life force from an enemy when delivering a very strong blow. Essentially, when on a critical hit on the attack roll.
Yeah,
here we are.
Here they are.
How much money do we have?
We have, hold on, let me look.
24,000.
No.
20.
I normally don't. We have about 20,000, alright?
So we have 50,000 total. Because we just had 30. We just got paid 30 grand, right?
You got
in
No.
total?
10.
Oh,
10 grand.
You got 10 grand from Allura, and you currently have a floating.
And she added that.
That's added?
I already added that. We're at 20,000. That's
I thought we got 30.
We spent almost $50,000 on our keep.
Right.
So we
Plus those
did,
fucks at Craghammer owe us a fortune.
Yeah, 25,000
That's who owes us.
gold is still owed by Lord Nostock.
That's who owes on that shit.
yes, that's what we're saying.
Yeah, why didn't
That's why we're saying we only
I
have
thought
like
we got
20 or
paid
30.
that.
No, we haven't.
Thanks, fine.
We ran. We haven't gone back there.
So we have to go get that.
Eventually.
Is that okay?
So,
Will you point us a little bit out so we can see?
As I was saying, this dagger, upon a very impactful wound on a foe, steals a bit of its life force, dealing an additional 10 necrotic damage, and then gives the wielder 10 temporary hit points.
Well, that's major.
So there's that. We also have an enchanted heavy maul, and we have this is quite a find here. And as she pulls out this wooden case, she pulls back the wooden top to it. As she does, you can see there's a little bit of ice crystal that's gathered along the interior of the wooden case. There inside sits a short sword, a relatively thick short blade, but the blade itself is like a blue, almost glimmering metal, and there's actually a rising kind of frozen mist that drifts off the blade. This is an enchanted frost brand. It acts as a short sword. Whenever it does damage to an enemy, it does an additional 1d6 cold damage. And while you hold the weapon, you have resistance to any fire damage you would take. In freezing temperatures, it sheds a 10-foot radius of dim light, and when you draw the weapon, you can extinguish all magical flames within 30 feet of you.
Fancy.
And those are currently all the things we have at the moment. We're working on a few more things that we'll be ready in the next couple of weeks, but those are the current haul for our above the average consumer magical creations.
I have a question.
Yes.
Do you have anything that can make armor quieter? Or maybe like a really, really heavy armor that's really quiet.
that oil from the Wizard of Oz?
Yes.
We don't have anything for that, but we could have it commissioned,
Oh,
if you like.
I would like to see about that actually.
All right. I'll have to talk to Gilmore. That's more in his realm of enchantment, but that is a possibility. She adjusts her glasses again. When he returns, whenever that is, we can discuss with him what you would like, yes.
That would be great.
Oh, all right, all right.
I will take the enchanted mithril shirt and the cape, thank you very much.
All right. And she grabs the...
But before we... I'm not... But that's not the total. Vix has to talk about the rest of what we want.
What's the price on the dagger and the sword?
The sword is 8,500 gold pieces. The dagger is 7,800 gold pieces. This is without your discount. The mithril chain shirt, sorry, it is medium armor, it is 5,250 gold pieces.
Wait, can I?
You can't wear that.
Can't wear armor.
Yeah.
And you're looking at the Pearl of Power, which is 550 gold, and there is the Cloak of Displacement, which is 4,500 gold pieces.
So you should get that shirt.
Would you be interested in a trade?
What do you have to trade?
We've got lots of bits from dragons, lots of bits from umber hulks, and we've got basilisk eggs.
We also have that diamond and the ruby. Do we know how much that
We
does?
also have some jewels. Yes.
I definitely say we pick up that ring with the AC, and I wouldn't mind having
The
that
ring of
leather
protection?
That ring of protection that gives you +2 to your AC. That we need for somebody. And I wouldn't mind having that leather armor, not gonna lie. That adds a +2 to my AC.
The Cold Snap?
Yup.
All right. And there's the things that we're looking at currently on the table. We have the Belt of Dwarven Kind, the Manual of Quickness of Action,
Oh, we should get that too.
the Cold Snap Leather Armor,
Get that manual.
Cloak of Displacement, Ring of Protection +2,
And put
and
the
the Pearl of Power.
dagger and the sword on the table also.
All right,
Just
all right,
throw
very
it
well,
out there.
very well.
I don't know.
They're
We have
on the table.
nowhere near enough for all of this.
Well, let's
But
see
we
what
can
the total
trade.
is.
Let's see what we can trade.
So
Round,
the
maybe.
total for all of these items, including, see if I'm
Yes.
she starts going through her.
I want new stuff. I haven't gotten new armor since we started.
You should get the mithril shirt. Like something you should wear the shirt. It's like you bought
Do you wear light armor or medium armor?
I would use light armor, I imagine.
With the discount, this entire haul would come to 49,815 gold pieces.
Wait,
Oh,
one more
good.
time?
Well.
How much?
50k.
49,815 gold pieces with your discount for this entire sum. Now, would you like to pay in gold? Would you like to pay?
Get the dragon armor.
24 total
Well,
before
let's-
the.
Maybe we can see how
dwarven-
much we can trade stuff. If what we have, maybe we could get a little
How much is
percentage
a
off.
pound of dragon scales worth to you?
What dragon? Show me the scales.
Grouch.
Blue dragon scales.
Yes, blue dragon scales. Here you go.
You pull them out of the bag of holding, and she takes a few, and she takes her glasses off, and then pulls out from a pocket this intricate-looking, multi-lensed kind of tinkering viewing device, and inspects it very closely.
It's a very powerful dragon.
Apparently not powerful enough if you have these.
I don't know if that was a compliment or an insult.
Puts away in her pocket.
Take it as a compliment.
These are legitimate. I won't question how you came about them, but they are definitely legitimate. A pound, you say?
Well, how much is a pound worth to you?
We have
and I'll
several
tell you
pounds.
how much we have.
Say a pound of dragon scales, and the dragon scales themselves are about that big each. They're about the size of a peach.
Oh shit!
The dragons are big, especially this one. This is blue dragon scales. I'd say a pound is maybe guessing close to 8 to 10 scales. That would be worth about. I put that at 1,000 gold credit for each pound provided.
Have at least 11 pounds.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So that's another at least
500,000 gold right there.
That's like another 10,000 we have in dragon scales.
We have 11 pounds of dragon scale.
And how about that diamond that we put in the mending wheel?
And the ruby.
And the ruby.
Flawless and beautiful and so sparkly.
Yes. Oh, and how much?
Pulls out again and looks over it.
Catch.
This will be probably around about 500 gold pieces.
That's it.
We also have 3 dragon teeth bangs from the beast's mouth.
Make a perception roll.
Sweet, and it,
Or not
and
perception,
it froze.
A persuasion
They
roll.
froze there. Oh no, they.
No, they didn't.
I'm gonna tell him. Oh my gosh.
Persuasion roll.
Rock to make a persuasion roll, quick.
That's hilarious.
Timing is everything, folks. Timing is everything.
Timing is everything.
I have one dragon fang around my neck. Because
That's
I
your
also-
keepsake for actually
that's
slaying a
the
dragon.
That's the white
You're welcome to trade that.
No.
It's worth quite a bit.
No.
That was the white dragon?
That was the white dragon.
Yeah, it was a white dragon we killed.
No, that's the one that you
What was
got the
your
final blow on.
It was not worth the memory of killing a white dragon.
I know, I gotta keep it.
Anyway,
Keep it.
Keepsake.
10.
Can't have a price on it.
10. They rolled a 10.
They rolled a 10. She says, the dragon's teeth, actually, strangely enough, are a little easier to find.
Got
I would put each dragon's tooth available would probably add about 250 gold pieces to the exchange.
Got 3.
That's not.
And how about the basilisk eggs? while we're
Get it out.
while
Open
we're
that bag up.
cleaning our bag out, exactly.
We have 2 basilisk eggs.
Sorry,
we're
come
willing to
again?
part with.
Okay. As you pull out the basilisk eggs, you pull it out, and immediately there is a stench that is emanating from these eggs that have been in your bag of holding for probably close to 8 or 9 months.
Basilisk eggs.
No, the smell means they're good.
This is now the 4th time she's looked at you with a deadpan glance and adjusted her glasses. We're not interested in the eggs, but thank you anyway.
Alright, well, we do have 3 pints of dragon's blood.
This is super, super, super
It might have congealed a little bit, actually, come to think, though.
No, it's probably just really fresh because we. Put it
We'll
in a
stick with the
Tupperware.
scales for now.
Stick with the scales.
Right, any chance you'd be interested in claws of an umberhole?
I like that the 400,000 people who saw that thing on Immigrant are tuning into the shopping.
To the shopping episode.
I've been fighting and killing for weeks. And
Yeah.
Now we're going
dictating
shopping.
over a price.
Hey, but we've been needing fucking gear.
Timing is
awesome.
everything.
We do need new gear.
Yeah, this time I'll turn into the flea market episode. Hey, you guys got the story. It's fun though. All right, so we'd say with the credit from the dragon scales, that'll take 10,000, 11,000 away from the current pricing. That would put us at 39,815 for this batch.
So can we open that line of credit we were talking about?
What line of credit?
That line we're talking about right now.
Well said, Your Majesty.
That one that I just said like 2 seconds ago?
Hey, wait. DM, where am I with Gilmore?
We'll get to that right
now.
Yeah, hey man. It takes time to make it right. It takes two to make it outside.
We
can advertise, but maybe we should wait till they get back. So if their walk goes really well, whatever that means, maybe we can try to strike a deal.
Right, put this on layaway.
He'll probably give us everything for free.
Because we probably need to talk to Gilmore about the credit.
Yeah.
True.
That's fair.
So can we hold this for now?
We'll wait till
Certainly.
Oh, good.
After all that.
Ish.
After all that.
Putting everything into kind of a small layaway pile in the corner.
So you guys, Natural History Museum, pizza in the Natural History Museum.
What is pizza?
In the meantime,
it sounds wonderful.
We've got time. We've got to wait for their mandate.
Yep.
We
In
gotta
the
go see
meantime,
some sights.
Yes.
Vax, yes. Gilmore, who has kind of swept you out into the middle of Abadar's promenade, takes you by the arm and begins to lead you happily up towards the erudite quarter of Iman, which has a secondary wall around it as well. As he brings you along, he talks happily and loudly about how it's rather wonderful, the way that we were presented with this opportunity over in Western. It's magnificent, the team they've assembled to build this brand. I'm very excited at how they brought it to my attention. I've wanted to keep things very localized, of course, but it seems.
And you trust the folk in Amon to handle your business, or will you go between?
The folk in Western.
Yes.
Well, I have a couple of friends there that will oversee the process, but I will be very, very involved in keeping an eye, so I'm not too terribly worried. Besides, it's a much smaller business we're running then. It'll be fine. Look ahead, and as you guys step into the erudite quarter, he's now brought you into essentially what is an outdoor botanical garden that is just a very nice walk. Grass across the ground with fine, well-kept bushes. There's a canopy of beautiful trees that are kind of arcane, through arcane means, twisted and sculpted to form this kind of long tunnel. It's strangely romantic. As Gilmore begins to walk you down, there's like a fountain to the side, and he's, what about you? How's Vox Machina been? How have they been treating you? How are you, Bax?
Well, we're tired, to be sure. I was not kidding before. We really are lucky to be alive. And that's thanks in large part to a lot of the gear you outfitted us with the last time.
Wonders. Well, I'm happy to help. And have you been keeping up your end of the bargain? Have you been singing the praises of Gilmore's glorious goods across Craghammer and beyond?
You were mentioned in Craghammer. I regret to inform you, though, that we were forced to travel underground rather quickly, and the Duragar and the other things that we ran into are not really customers you want to deal with. So, no, our lives were too much in harm's way. But now that we're above ground, I'm looking to pick up where I left off.
Very well.
Do your shop honor. Your contribution to what we've done, and I place my hand on his hand, was no small part in our survival. And I give it just a little squeeze. And I want to thank you. Sincerely. I don't know that I would be standing here without your help.
Do it not fit Gilmore's glory. He looks you deep in the eyes, kind of pats the top of your hand, and goes, that moment, that is why I do what I do.
You're a unique man, Gilmore. No question. Never met anyone quite like you.
Well, would you care to share a glass of wine with a man not quite like anyone else you've met?
Indeed. What do you recommend in the area?
Oh, please come. I hear there are casks that pour the finest of honeyed Singorin wine. I know perhaps you've not been home for quite some time.
That's a complicated thing for me. One that I'm not really quite ready to talk about yet.
Oh.
Maybe someday.
Maybe with enough wine.
You old so-and-so.
About an hour and a half time passes before eventually there is a loud clattering at the front of Gilmore's Glorious Goods, where a laughing Vax and Gilmore come stumbling in, flush of face, with emptied goblets, laughing to themselves. Is there anything specific before this moment that you wanted to get across?
I took the Duragar. I was holding her right over the cliff, and I just cut, and she fell. She fell. I didn't know what I was doing. I just did it.
You are ridiculous, Vax. It tickles me all over. Good to see you, friends.
You sound like you've had fun.
Family. I've had a couple of drinks. I'm an adult, I can do that. What have you found? Have you guys been shopping?
Well, we have. Yes. We were hoping that you and Gilmore had a wonderful time, and that we just thought we'd wait for you. We didn't want to make any final decisions without one of our main party members.
It was delightful. You travel with the finest companion. We told stories. We cried. We laughed. It was a delight. I've had a few. And he kind of rights himself for a minute, and
I pat him on the back and do a little circle with my hand. Pat again.
Remember,
not as spry and youthful as I once was. Unfortunately. But yes, business to attend. What do you need? What can we do? What can we do?
And at which point Shirley's, kind of swaying in the back, says,
So they've requested perhaps a few things in bulk. The current amount comes to roughly about 40,000 gold with your discount.
40,000 gold. Oh, well, certainly. What seems to be the problem?
Well, I don't know. We were actually just talking about maybe since we're purchasing so many things and since we've gained some popularity here in Iman, walking around, people are noticing us walking around. I shouldn't be the one talking right now, but maybe we could open up a line of credit.
I mean, obviously, we're only shopping with you, Gilmore, at this point.
he looks about the rest of the group and says, well, not everyone seems to be wearing the same patented Gilmore's glorious armor that was given not too long ago, so that's not true.
We did find some off of dead things.
Yes.
And those dead things are not under the umbrella of Gilmore's glorious expansion.
Oh.
But should we discuss this, where would this credit be placed against? What do you have?
Well,
that you
I don't
could
know. What have
ante?
you guys been talking about? We do have a big pile of dragon scale and some
We do,
gems
we
we
do.
found.
We also owed
Okay.
And we are owed
One
money in
question
Craghammer.
that Grog just whispered to me.
Yes.
How much is a platinum worth?
How much is it platinum? Platinum is worth 10 gold pieces.
Where we at, girl?
We may have a lot more money than I thought we had because Grog's been hiding money in the bag of holding.
It's really shiny. I'm in trouble, Matt. I'm in trouble. She's really mad.
Wait, is this like when you slapped Trinket on the ass, mad?
No, not close. Not even close. Not even as much as Trinket.
This is finances. This sounds like a married couple.
So, how much platinum do we have hiding in the bag of holding?
I don't have the number in front of me, but it's at least 150.
Yeah.
Where did we procure that again, Grog? I'm sorry, I'm a little verschnickered at the
I don't
moment.
remember, but it's in the bag of holding.
I remember getting platinum.
I do remember getting platinum too.
But you don't have a number.
No, I know it's at least 100 though. At least 150. I think it's somewhere up north of 150. I just can't remember the number.
Did we get that from the dragon, or where did we get that?
There was a combination of the dragon the horde you rage looted.
Rage hoarding. Rage looting.
I'll never forget the rage hoarding.
It's my shiny though. I didn't want to give it to
my
her.
shiny.
She's evil. You see how she haggles.
It's true, she's my sister, I know, Grog, I know, but right now we need to put that aside and do what's best for the party.
We could buy a party with all that.
Not that kind of
Well, I
party,
think
Grog.
we have enough to buy everything if you guys want.
Grog, money is meant to be spent.
I'm going to drink.
That solves everything.
Scanlan goes, I agree. Drinks and whoring. And smacks Grog on the side. The two of them leave off into the evening to go ahead and make use of their return to Iman.
Vax
proper.
looks at Gilmore and just shakes his head.
Well, I mean, there is business to be had. Let us get business out of the way so we can get to pleasure.
Oh, shit.
Cheers to that.
Cheers to that.
I have tinkering to do anyway.
So what did we agree the total for everything we wanted was?
It's roughly 39,500 gold pieces.
Ish posh.
Roughly, Gilmore.
That's with the discount. I already offered this to you, and you haven't even kept it.
Okay.
You're under the bargain by wearing my emblazoned symbol and my formalized Gilmore's glorious armor.
Western for you.
Max,
All
give it
those
HJ.
new
We would,
customers.
Give
Gilmore,
him an HJ.
we would be wearing
has
that.
the armor?
Again, we nearly died. I mean, the armor that you gave me is gone, and I'm lucky to be alive today, and that armor helped me be where I am at the moment, but...
How much credit do you wish to open?
50 gold.
1,000?
50 gold.
50,000?
50. Yes, 50,000.
50 gold I can definitely do.
We've been out drinking for 2 hours.
This
man.
is true. This is true. I'm sorry. 50,000 gold. That's
$2.
That's a tough order.
We don't need that
you
much,
mentioned
though.
you had money waiting for you in Craghammer.
Yes.
How much?
Yes, we do.
How much is waiting for you there?
25, was it?
It was 25,000.
How about we open a 25,000 gold piece line of credit here with Gilmore's Glorious Goods that you only need to pay back within the next month.
That's
When
fair.
Time to arrive. If it's not paid, you will be hunted. But I'm sure that won't be a worry, will it?
How far is Craghammer from here?
Not far.
It's a week's ride.
For you?
Isn't it?
I can't teleport everywhere.
Gilmore, question. Maybe you should consider making like little pins that we could just wear on top of our armor? Because wearing your armor, we have our own clothes that we like. So maybe like a pen.
He steps forward and says, "Oh,
Or like a patch?
That's not even a worry." And he pulls out a small implement, this wand, and kind of flicks it over your shoulder, and all of a sudden an arcane swirl kind of around your armor with a big flash of sparks and glitter almost. Look down, and there is emblazoned upon your current armored form a symbol of Gilmore's Glorious Goods, now permanently emblazoned on your leather. Easy enough to fix?
Well, you know, I was gonna put on
Yes.
that leather. This was my mom gave this to me.
Well, your mother has not provided for you a means of keeping the deal we already made.
Can you take this off when we pay you back and put
No.
it on that one? Oh, come on. Hold it.
I think it will transfer when you change.
Will it transfer when I change armor?
I don't know.
We'll find out.
So, 25,000 gold line of credit within a month, or you'll be hunted.
Wait, do you really have a unicorn as part of your logo?
It's
What?
it's a creature of my creation. I designed it when I was a child.
It's a phallic thing.
So we open the 25,000 line of credit with you, and you give us all of the things we want?
If that is what you want.
Don't we have a lot of platinum? What are we dickering for prices with?
Yes. Why don't we just buy it now, and then we won't have a line of credit with you?
Yes, we'll use some of the platinum. 1 platinum is equal to 10 gold. Sorry, Gilmore, sorry. Drunken trying to dicker over rates.
No line of credit?
No line of credit. We'll pay
Let's
for it
just buy it all.
outright in cold, hard platinum.
Do it.
How much? You don't have the amount of platinum with you.
He said that he got it. Why Grog's got it?
Grog said, because he doesn't have it in front of him, he has around 150 platinum. That's
We can
roughly
pay it back,
1,500
that's
gold.
true. We'll pay him back
But where
when
is
we're
it?
It's in the bag of holding, but he doesn't have the bag of holding information in front of him.
Oh, he doesn't have the info. And
So
because
we
he
would
doesn't
have
have
to
the
get it
sheet,
next game.
and he can't read the exact amount.
Yep.
Well, we have 100.
Because he said in memory it's 150 gold.
Yeah.
150 platinum. That's only.
I thought it was 100,000.
Oh no.
Oh, no, 150
No.
platinum.
Oh, 150.
100,000 would be the richest man in the fucking world.
Okay.
So 150 platinum.
What do you think, sis?
Basis memory is 11. 11,500,
Vox
which is
Machina
a
treasure.
little helpful. But
Right.
What do you think?
That would put us at about 30,000 that we have to spend left, which the signal cut out, so it doesn't matter.
no, we got.
No,
you.
we can
No,
hear
we've
you.
got you.
Okay.
So the
Yeah,
total tab is what
1,600.
again, Gilmore?
The total
How
time-
much do we have? He does have a picture of it.
1,620.
We have 1,620 platinum.
Oh.
Right.
Wow.
There you go.
All right.
So that's like
You've been hiding.
16,000 gold pieces.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, spend it. Spend it.
All right.
No,
We don't need to open up a
That's
line
a-
of credit.
No.
that's not 16,000.
10 gold
per platinum.
platinum.
And we have
And he has
1,000.
1,000 platinum. 1,600 platinum. With the decimal.
Math.
That brings it to 16,000 gold pieces.
You moved a 2 on that one. 'cause
No, it's not 100 gold per platinum.
Oh.
10 gold per platinum. I'm saying 10 gold per platinum this whole time, guys.
No,
It's all good.
Again.
We're losing our audience.
It's just,
Ring it
yeah,
up.
we're getting to math in
Once
this.
again,
Ring it up.
Our charity
All right.
826LA After School Tutoring.
We should have
Could have
used
made
it.
this all
Really good
go so much
have
better.
Good.
Learning your reading and your writing and your arithmetic.
Yeah.
For players
So-
who can read good.
For players who can read good.
Ring it up. We'll take it. We'll take it.
We'll take it all, yeah.
Yes.
The whole lot.
And then could I commission you, by the way, to maybe make some armor that's really heavy armor but very quiet?
How heavy?
How heavy can you make it?
I mean, I could work on plate armor if you like, but an enchantment of that magnitude would be the only enchantment it would have. So it would be the equivalent of full plate armor, and the entire enchantment would enable you to move a little more easily inside it, and that would cost... It would take about I'd say about a month to enchant on my end, and it would cost about, not including the cost of the actual armor, materials and time required, I'd put it at about 8,000 gold pieces.
Worth it. We'll find the money.
And it'll just be really quiet.
It will enable you to move freer within the armor.
Quieter. Is 8,000 Vox Machina's rate or the general rate?
That is through our friendship and our current arrangement.
Thank you. It's appreciated.
Business is business. Please don't take this
Of course.
solemn, intense face to be
Of
anything
course.
other but friendship. This is just business, and I run a business.
Understood.
Good.
I'm not taking advantage.
All right. So, to take all of these items, with the dragon scales included, bringing it down to 39,000 gold. We'll call it even, 39,000 gold.
Fair.
That wasn't much of a discount, Gilmore.
Oh, hush up.
This is done.
Done. So,
Done.
thank you.
Good.
So,
With our thanks.
so minus the 16. So, minus the platinum, that's 22,000 gold pieces after the platinum and dragon scales.
And we have that, right?
Have that.
And you have 25,000 gold of credit, if you'd like.
We have, hold on.
We
I've
might
got to
not do
go
the
away
credit.
for a minute.
We might not need to do the
Yeah,
credit.
we're passing on the credit.
We have plenty left.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
You guys are a black screen. What happened?
They paused it.
I was looking at my calculator.
All right. Well, we hear you. There you are.
Abacus.
So dark sometimes, Vexalia. I swear.
You said it was 20,000 minus the platinum and the dragon scales.
22,000.
Oh, yes, we still have enough, so,
All right. So a deal?
Deal.
Oh my god, all of our money's gone.
Snaps his fingers. Shirley comes and presents all the items that she had currently in the little stowaway bin off to the side of the desk. Brings them out to the rest of you, places it on the counter. Gilmore immediately snaps his fingers and a contract shows up. He writes up the numbers of exchanged, making note of his business, passes it out. Please sign here. Anyone who represents you in your fine Vox Machina, sign here and present the money.
I guess I'll do that.
You can do that.
Vexalia, he hands you a quill. Takes your coin, slides you, and you now have this entire batch of magical items
It's pretty
for
cool.
you guys to distribute as you see fit.
Yes.
And
New armor.
From that point,
Make sure we get some of those things.
an absolute pleasure doing business with all of you. Absolutely.
Thank you, Gilmore. So, really though, will this transfer to that?
I have no idea.
Oh, I was wanting to ask you, Gilmore. Have you considered maybe doing like potion making workshops?
I'll put some thought to that.
Okay. Let me know.
All right.
I feel
Nevertheless-
very uncomfortable and I leave. I go outside to hang out with Trinket.
Okay. As Gilmore takes the change behind the counter, as well, I've got a bit more business to do here. Vax, I greatly appreciate spending the afternoon with you. Where are you staying?
I take him by the hand, do one of these clasps, and say, well, we live here now. We're residents. I haven't had time to tell you. We have a keep, our own keep. You should come visit. It's on the outskirts of town. It's called Grey Skull Keep, and you're welcome anytime. Day or night.
Good to know. Good to know. All right. To business I go. I bid you all a fine farewell.
Adieu.
Bye, someone.
He goes back through his his beaded exit to the back room and leave you to the rest of you. At which point Shirley kind of goes,
I'll get back to work.
and then she goes back up, kind of leaving you guys alone in the main chamber as a couple other customers come in and start walking around.
She needs her job.
I think we'll call that for the
Yeah.
adventure for the evening. The
Thanks for watching us shop.
Thanks
Yeah.
for watching your
All
shop.
our money's gone.
all the money's gone. We spent it, guys.
Well, we have 25 waiting for us in Crackhammer.
It's true, you didn't open the line of credits.
Better
So.
get that.
We didn't open. We're not in debt.
Yeah.
At least we're not in debt.
The world
like
is
we went to
full of
school.
money, Vexalia.
Literally.
We got more money.
Wait, who had dibs on what?
I wanted the
Taking the picture.
dexterity boost, and I was thinking about the mithril.
And I want the leather armor, and he wants the cape.
Yeah.
And I wanted.
Here's the cleric.
I can't use the sword, right?
The sword?
There you go.
Crossband sword?
No,
Frostbite?
cleric can't use sword.
You check in your class. You might have access to it. It says, I can check here for you real
It
fast.
used to be. It used to be just blunt weapons for cleric, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the older version.
Okay.
They've changed a few things. Let me double check.
Too off camera.
Cleric has access to.
So then the critical roll
all
opening
simple weapons.
is accurate.
So it may not.
Thank you.
Weapons.
Sword is a martial weapon, so you cannot use that, unfortunately.
Look at displacements. Manual quick action.
Oh,
that's
man.
right. We have that pearl.
Donations
Oh,
tonight,
in the
guys.
belt.
That's great.
Nice.
I'm glad you guys enjoyed watching our
How many times is it gonna cut out?
All right, Lauren Travis are taking off, guys.
Bye, guys. Have fun in Florida.
We were so glad to have you, sister.
I'm so glad to be here.
Oh, wait, what con are you guys at?
What?
What con are you guys at?
We're at MetroCon down in Tampa.
MetroCon in Tampa. So if you guys want to go see Vex and Grog in person and you're in the Florida, Tampa area, go to MetroCon this weekend and say hi.
MetroCon.
Guys, see how tired we are tomorrow.
Yes, indeed.
Worth it.
Thank you, guys.
Have fun.
Bye, guys.
And thanks again for the chat that bought us dinner tonight. That was amazing and delicious. Thank you so much, guys.
Yeah.
You're amazing every week.
So we have.
I'm gonna have a plate.
All right.
So we're gonna get to donations
Let's get
here.
through these.
Yeah. All right. So thank you guys again so much for once again. Those who are just tuning in, this was the recovery episode of a long 12-week battle through the Underdark. This was an interesting one to come back to. I hope you enjoyed it. All right. So first up donation.
This one's.
Doc Hearn. Doc Hearn. Donated $50 to 826LA. I love the show and the cast so much. I'm happy to help out the charity. That's amazing. Thank you so much. Bob the Ninja Goldfish donated $20 to 826. I subbed at the very beginning of the stream and then left immediately as I'm only on episode 6 of the archives. I look forward to perhaps hearing a response to this in about 2 weeks when I catch up. Great stream, game players, and DM, and the great cause. Thank you so much, Bob the Ninja Goldfish.
We'll hear that 2 weeks from now.
2 weeks from now. Gorgeous donated $30. All my love hearts. That's amazing. Automedon donated $25 to 826LA. Thanks for sharing your game and your Thursdays with us. Hashtag critters. Thank you. That's amazing.
Critters.
Corthane donated $5. I posted earlier about my wife's breast cancer surgery. Oh, wow. And how your show has helped us get through this hard time. Her surgery went great, and she's on the road to recovery. That's wonderful.
Good to
Guys.
hear.
Great.
Thanks for sharing yourselves with all of us. It means more than you'll ever know. So thank you so much for your donation, and congratulations, and speedy recovery. Seriously, guys, it's amazing. All right, got Black Ichigo, 19, donated $20. Thanks for this amazing show. You guys are awesome. I don't know whom I enjoy most. Although I'm German, I have to play my video games with English audio now. Yeah, you do. Represent. Thank you so much. We have Caravel Design. Oh, Caravel, what's up? Donated $100 to the charity tonight for 826. Thank you so much. It's amazing. Happy to help support your wonderful crew's work and passion. So worth the 3+ hours of live entertaining story making each week. It's a treasure. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
G1 Big Daddy Hef donated $50 this week. Just a few days ago, got my Critical Role t-shirt in the mail.
Woo!
Yeah. This is now officially my first new piece of form-fitting wardrobe after losing 100 pounds. That's awesome. Congrats, dude.
Yeah.
I lost almost that much back in early 2000s. It's a difficult but a very big feat, so congrats, man. As always, another donation for a fantastic cause. Less than 3. Thank you.
Thank
Next
you.
up, we got Genie. Genie2343 donated $60. It's awesome. Love the show as usual. Thank you so much. The Infragable donated $25 to 826. Critical Role is consistently amazing. This Saturday, I'm taking my own adventure as my first 5th edition adventure, so I'm very excited about that.
Yay.
Finally finished with the Critical Role song parodies, which I hope you liked. Vox Machina. Thank you again. Those songs are awesome.
Those are rad.
Vastly
Thank
appreciated,
you.
and good luck on your campaign. That's great. Captain Nimoy, our awesome artist friend over in the UK. Critical Role is literally my favorite thing ever. I've sent you guys drawings every week, and your support is so overwhelmingly awesome. Thank you all so much. P.S. Matt, you're an inspiring best DM. Oh,
We love your drawings.
Your artwork so much.
Art is so fun.
yeah, we're in the process of trying to compile all the artwork we've got into like a slideshow for like a mid-game break, as well as I've already written it up, guys. I've already written it up. And I'm recording. I'm trying to get the video done, but the whole backstory to Vox Machina leading up to when this actual show started, I've compiled what will be like a 16-minute audio of me narrating the whole history leading up to this game. I apologize in advance for that, but it's coming. It's coming when I find time soon.
Yeah, sorry you've had to watch our backstories repeatedly. We're trying to fix that.
More varying things to come. Lixis, awesome, donated $50. Awesome, absolutely awesome. So excited to finally find a live stream that is worth watching. Reminds me of why I used to love playing D&D. Time to get back into it. Don't ever stop. Thank you so much, Lixis. That's great.
Thank you. That's awesome.
Arandario donated $10. Thank you so much. What can I say that we have not already said many times over? Thanks for being such an important part of so many lives, ours, and all the people at A26LA helps through this. Critters, less than 3, still keen on that silver butt print.
Oh, great.
Oh.
Yeah, buddy.
Not gonna happen.
Yep, it's happening. Xander Invictus donated $20. Awesome. Thank you so much, Xander. Good to see you again. Relaxing with my usual Thursday event. Thanks for rekindling my love for D&D and games in general. Less than 3. Thank you, Xander.
Oh my god.
Wow.
I'm reading this Belt of Dwarven Kind more.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Hang on, I just got to read, this is important. In addition, while attuned to the belt, you have a 50% chance each day at dawn of growing a full beard if you're capable of growing one. What?
Whoa!
Or a visibly thicker beard if you already have one.
Yep.
This Belt of
the best
Dwarven
belt of all
Kind
time.
makes you grow a dwarf beard?
Yeah, that wasn't mentioned in the transaction.
That's a rat queen's
That's rad.
beard.
Yes, it is.
Yep, it's a rat queen.
So it is.
Boom.
So look forward to that. All right, guys. TF Diggs donated $20. That's awesome. The more I watch Critical Role, the more it makes me want to jump into my own game, and I'm developing a character extensively for when that own game. Been talking with a longtime DM friend of mine to get one going, and I'm developing a character extensively for when that day comes. Thank you for stirring the creativity. Thank you so much.
Do it, guys. Find some people local, and if you can't, find a group online and do
Yeah,
it.
Team Human's been developing some great D&D groups in there too for online play.
There's just a room of iPads facing each other in a
Pretty
circle.
much, yeah. It looks kind of like the room in Evangelion.
Yeah,
the
it's just called the Obelisk.
All right, Zopher donated $35. The community that's formed around Critical Role is awesome, but you all are at its heart. Thanks for giving so much time and positive energy to us. Thank you guys for giving us so positive energy, and to you guys. It's the best community, seriously. Like, of everything I've been involved with, you guys are incredible. We're so happy.
Incredible.
So happy that this has happened.
Yeah.
Kurt Cole donated $100. That's awesome. Thank you so much, Kurt. And hashtag Matt Mercer Hype.
Woo!
Hashtag what?
Matt Mercer Hype.
Absolutely.
Almost Heaven donated $30. Awesome. Thank you so much. You all make the characters so real. I find myself thinking and talking about them all week while waiting for the next episode. Happy to help encourage creativity and youth via 826LA. That's so sweet. Thank you.
Incidentally, we've had Matt Mercer hype for 3 years.
It's true.
It's too much hype.
Catch it.
Shaimu donated $5. Thank you so much, Shaimu. First time donating. Love the show and all the cast and crew. Just DM'd my first campaign last week with a bunch of critters and had a blast. That's awesome. Can't wait to keep it going. Keep up the hard work, everyone.
Yay.
Congrats on the new campaign. Foxy Forsyth donated $14.75. A very specific amount. You guys are amazing. Thank you for your awesomeness. I'm going to donate 10% of my check each week to help support.
Oh my god, what?
Along with Vox Machina. Also, what is one item essentially to your character? I'm trying to make some party gifts.
Oh.
One item essential to our characters?
Yeah. It's an item essential to your characters.
I have to think about that.
Yeah, tell her we'll think on it.
I'll think on that. That's so sweet. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Utterly random guy 1229 donated $5. It may not be much, but what the hell? Hey man, it all helps.
Yeah,
it all helps
absolutely,
826LA. So thank you.
It all adds up.
You guys cheer me up every time, whenever I'm having depressing days, and it really gets me to thanks. Utterly Random Guy. Thank you so much, Utterly Random Guy.
Utterly Random Guy.
Fan of random. Nora Soraya donated $3 again this week. Hey, Nora. Thanks for sharing your adventures with us. I sincerely consider you guys my friends. Thank you all for the laughs and the grog farts. Whenever this game takes us, I look forward to spending it with you. Vox Machina. There we go. CMK82 donated $20. I've been watching since week 1, and this show has motivated me to take over as GM for my current group starting next week. Congrats! Thanks for this amazing show.
Good luck.
You for watching
Thank you.
Rock it out. Dright's Fury donated $10. After not playing for over 10 years, watching you all has inspired me to find a new group. Now we are 2 sessions in and loving it. Thank you for the inspiration to get back into the fold. Well, thank you so much for watching, and congrats on getting back into it. It's so much fun. It makes me so happy so many people are getting into it again, or getting into it for the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then not just D&D, there's so many great RPGs out there too, and like this is a cool gateway for that. I'm just happy people are getting into RPG gaming again. The Duganator 8! Duganator. Hope you like dinner tonight. Thank you so much.
Thank you, buddy.
So good.
Got some more surprises in the works for you. Until then, love the show, love you guys, and please continue to be the amazing, awesome individuals you are. P.S. Please message me with your food request preferences in the future.
Ooh.
Yeah. All right.
I was stuffing my face. The
More
whole
flan.
time.
It was all the flan in my face.
It's all good.
Colina XCXC donated $30. Hey Matt, it was great seeing you. Oh yeah, it was great seeing you at Colossal Con. Hope the series has a long life. Don't attack Trinket. Question, would you consider having a giveaway where you could take one person's actual player character and use it in your game for an NPC? That is an interesting thought.
Not a bad idea.
We shall think about this. See what we can
I
do.
like it.
Yeah. This might be a fundraiser opportunity.
Fundraiser. Oh, where you can like.
I don't know. We'll think about
Your
it.
character
We'll figure it
could
out.
be an NPC in our game.
We've done it a few times.
Like bid.
Largo Sensei donated $10. See Twitch message for full message. Won't fit here.
All right, we'll pull that up for you
So we'll
later.
pull that up soon. We'll see that shortly. Biddy Lena donated $10. Thank you so much. It's not much, but I hope this helps. It all helps, guys. Seriously.
This will help.
Imagination circles the world. Know that what you're all doing is so precious and inspiring. Critters for life. Thank you, Lena. Raven Dreamer donated $50. That's awesome. We could think of nothing better than to support literacy and future geeks for our 10th anniversary. Oh, happy anniversary!
Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
Future generations continue to learn the joy of reading and perhaps D&D. That's so cool. Happy anniversary, guys. Paradigm Shift donated $100. That's awesome. Here you go. Can't figure out how to donate more, or I would. That's amazing, Paradigm Shift. Thank you so much. Useless Rogue, what's up, buddy?
Useless.
Yeah, donated $10. It's been a while since I've given, and I wanted to let you know, Team No Stream decided bad news is the best whoopee.
Wow, you had to drop that, huh?
New whoopee.
Wow.
They figured you out.
They figured it out.
Do you sleep with bad news at night?
Do you walk
so
around
happy.
with bad news in your bare ass?
The fact that you even God, you had to bring that.
Yeah, if you don't know what we're talking about, just IMDb tells and Jeff.
Just Google Wooby.
Yeah, just you and Ashley can commiserate.
Yeah.
They don't know our pain.
No, but they will now. Willie Factoids coming back with $10 donation. Thank you, Willie. After being scheduled for 4 double shifts this week, I'm glad there was the shining light of Critical Role. Thanks for giving me hope, guys. Critters for life. Well, thanks for coming, playing with us. And 4 shifts is rough, so we're happy to be there. All right, Colina's CXC donated another $10. Here's 1 platinum for Grog. Boom. You know math. RJ Canuck, to help future players do D&D math, 1 platinum equals 10 gold. 150 platinum is not 150,000 gold, lol. Donated $25. Thank you. Yes. And Mal Hidel, good to see you again, buddy. Donated $5 today. It's amazing, guys. Thank you so much for all the amazing donations to HG6LA. We're putting together a nice big check soon. We're going to present to them and show you guys cool pictures and video. It's going to be great.
And I had a quick announcement, guys, and I'll let you all hate on me later. We will not be having an episode of Critical Role next week because we will be streaming live from E3, and that will be kind of taking over our Twitch programming all next week. So we're taking our entire studio to E3 on Saturday, and we will not be back to stream for you guys from this studio until the following Monday after. So it's going to be a full week of E3 coverage. We hope you guys enjoy
Which is
that.
cool.
Some of you guys are going to be at E3 and are
I'm
going to
gonna
stop
be
by
at
the
E3.
booth. So they're going to stop by. They'll say hello to you guys.
Yeah, we'll say hi.
Next Thursday night, though, we're going to start from episode 1. At the time that this would start, we will start a rebroadcast of all episodes of Critical Role so far to broadcast through the entire weekend. So you can get your Critical Role fix. We'll have it playing on our Twitch channel all the way up to this episode all weekend long. So, but we won't have our cameras here to run the actual live episode. So sorry about that, guys. But we hope you enjoy our E3 coverage next week.
Yeah, that's all good. Well, that'll give us a week to prepare and come back swinging. So look for the E3 coverage next week. That'll be fine. We'll miss you guys for a week. I may try and organize like an AMA during the time next week or something to try and make up for it. I'll figure it out.
Really?
Yeah, we've been talking about possibly doing that. We've been requesting it enough. So I'll let you know. Keep tabs on my Twitter. But yeah, so we'll miss you guys next week, but we'll find you in some other ways as well. Check out the E3 stuff.
Sweet.
Thanks for coming to play.
Come back tomorrow. We have the band Bearcoon playing, and we've got a new PA system thanks to the chat room. So hopefully that should go a little bit better tomorrow night.
That's awesome.
And
did we hit the sub count tonight?
We did not hit the dance amount.
Oh, sadness, guys.
No dancing.
And
What did we get to?
What do we get to, Lucas?
3567.
3567. That's a great feat, though, guys. Thank
great
you so
feat.
much for donating.
Well
We'll get
done,
these
guys.
prizes sent out to you soon.
And go follow Commissar Props, our friend Kai, who made those horns. Talented, insane sculptor.
He's fabulous.
Maybe if you
They're
follow him, maybe we'll pull another winner.
Could be.
Maybe
Might
if
do
from
that,
the followers. If you go, but you have to follow his Instagram or his Facebook.
Yeah, please.
Commissar Props on Instagram or Facebook, and maybe we'll do an exclusive for
People can see
follower.
the crazy stuff he made for you.
Yes, and anyone who is at Lock and Load, if you look at my Scar cosplay that I did through Privateer Press, he built like the sword and in the pauldrons and the armor
backpack
and all sorts of shit for it. The stuff, and you made like a Loki helmet for him.
Crazy
It's
Loki
awesome.
helmet.
I build things, it's fun.
You guys.
Build things.
I will say, as I just realized, this is exactly what you never ever want to see in this campaign. This means your shit is fucked.
They really look like they belong
That needs to
there.
be made into the
Everybody
Anyone ever
needs
has
to be made
sex
into an
horns?
emote. We need a Kavarn emoji, just in general. We need
I know.
a beholder emoji.
Demon
No, we
DM.
don't.
No, we
No, we don't. That's a bad
Congratulations
idea.
once again to our two winners
Bad idea.
tonight.
It's like-
We'll have
No,
more
it's
fun
not.
giveaways coming up soon.
It's not.
Thank you all for
It's not
staying
a
with
good
us, and I hope you enjoyed the show tonight. We'll see you guys in 2 weeks for the next episode of Critical Role.
So poopy.
Have a good night.
Ciao, Vela.
Bye guys.
We love you.
We love you.
Mata.